52, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men they can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor!
Call them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Oh, yeah, here we are. Thanksgiving week, Monday, the day after both the locals lose yet again. Jets just quietly lose. Lamar Jackson doesn't look healthy. Mets with a big trade. Giants with another loss that they find a way to get done. Good morning, Rick. How are you?
Yeah, we call it Monday, Dave. That's pretty much what we call it. Both New York football teams lose. It's Monday.
That's right.
Then we got to talk about it. Pick up the pieces. That's what we do so well around here.
At least when you're dead, it doesn't hurt that much.
Well, but it's not even that it hurts. It's just like this monotonous kind of like embarrassing feeling. That like I have friends that root for functional NFL teams that get to celebrate wins in the playoffs, or like at least being in position to make the playoffs at Thanksgiving. And we root for two teams that, I mean, your team's officially out of it. First team to officially be eliminated from the playoffs. So congratulations for that.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I mean, our teams are out of it before we get dressed up for Halloween. Before I get RJ's candy rankings, we're done.
That's right. But it's been like that, and it's nothing new to that. And I don't know why. Like, being the first team to be eliminated, is that really that all? Like, they're not going to the playoffs. So the fact that I know that but I have people laugh. Like, oh, you're the first team eliminated. What do I care? First team eliminated. I know they weren't going to the playoffs. You know your team's not going to the playoffs. I mean, Bengals know they're not going to the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, you're bad. You're bad.
Right, but I think that I personally, knowing you as well as I know you, can't necessarily use you as the gauge for this thing because you don't have feelings just in general. Like, nothing really bothers you. So once you're dead, you're dead.
Well, I mean, stuff bothers me.
Right, but
I mean, the Cowboys game bothered me. The Broncos game bothered me. But how many times am I going to lose? Oh, shock of all shocks. The Giants were up double digits and lost again. I mean, this is what they are.
No, here's what I meant, though. It's, I think, for those people that are upset, right, or those people that want to bring it up, it's because whoever, whatever the Giants fan, it is that you're talking to, will get so. I mean, I think if you bring it up, your hope is that they would get annoyed by it. Because I know you, even bringing it up wouldn't annoy you. But I'm sure there are Giants fans that have buddies who will say, hey, your team's the first team not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what they are is embarrassing. The fact that they had another double-digit lead in the fourth quarter and lost is embarrassing. Being the first team to be eliminated, I guess it is. It doesn't really bother me. I know they're not going to the playoffs. It's the second pick in the draft right now.
Right, which, again, I mean, you have the quarterback. You got some nice pieces, and you got to figure out if Mike Kafka is going to be your coach. Right, I think that this is part of the conversation that we'll have today. Some of the decisions that were made, another lead blown. See, and I said this to you when it happened. How is it fair? Because I'm sure we'll take phone calls again about another blown lead and everything else. We'll take phone calls about not kicking the field goal and going for it there, or running the ball, not running the ball on second down, making use of a timeout. Whatever we'll take calls on today is how is it fair to Mike Kafka with Shane Bowen still the defensive coordinator? Because Shane Bowen stinks.
It's terrible.
Like, he's awful. So, like, how is it fair? Like, if we're going to hold it, we're going to hold the wins and losses against Mike Kafka. I mean, shouldn't we have someone that we think is capable of running the defense?
But is there anybody? I guess that'd be the question. Like, if you move
Can it be
on
worse
from
than this?
Shane Bowen, is there someone waiting in the wings that's better than him?
Could it be worse than this?
Probably not.
I mean, how could it be?
Probably not. Do you do? And I know you know this. I'm saying this rhetorically. The Giants are allowing more yards per rush than any team in the Super Bowl era. Yeah. Yesterday was almost 12 yards a rush from the Lions.
Jahmyr Gibbs is almost 15 a carry.
Yeah. Thank God they were able to slow down David Montgomery, or it would have been really bad.
I know. I watched that game like, just give it to Gibbs every time. What are we doing?
I mean,
why are you messing around? Just give him the ball. Let him go nuts.
They fought. Jameis Winston is certainly entertaining, man. My goodness, is he fun to watch.
Listen, I mean, Kafka, to his credit, right? I mean, you're sitting here, you're 2-9, right? You're playing for nothing outside of, hopefully pride, right? That's one thing. To screw up Detroit's season, and Kafka's kind of coaching to see if he can be the head coach. It's his job interview. So to his credit, I mean, a couple of the trick plays that they ran, the throwback to Jameis, and Jameis ends up shrugging off a guy and getting to the end zone, and
That's wild.
yeah, it's wild, right? But again, it's more of the same. I mean, the offense looked good. Listen, the offense looked good with Jackson Dart and Brian Daboll. You just couldn't finish. You had leads and it's the fifth time you've blown a lead. I mean, so you've been competitive. You've been in these spots, and I think the hope for Giants fans, if you wanted to believe that Mike Kafka was going to be the coach, that if you put us in this situation again, coaching's better, right? We'll figure it out. Problem is that it's the wrong side of the ball, right? Offense looked good. It was creative. I do have some questions as to the play calling on the
final drive.
Final drive, not the final drive. When they decide not to take the field goal.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
Where they led by 3 and they went
Right.
for it on the 4th and goal.
But
yeah, the
again,
third down play was a very strange play call.
A little bit, yeah. And then I mean, you have another chance to win against a really good team, against the playoff team, a team that has Super Bowl expectations. I mean, hell, the second we found out that Jackson Dart wasn't playing, that spread went from 10 to I think 13.5.
Yeah, it did.
Right, and you still were able to go out there and give yourselves a chance. I mean, the other thing too is watching this game. It's like, what the hell? I mean, I don't know if Brian Daboll and Russell Wilson had a secret agreement or what the hell was happening. But why? I mean, why was Jameis Winston? First of all, why wasn't he playing early?
Why was he playing week 1?
Right.
No, I'm being serious. I mean, I look back to that Washington game. They would have won that game. I mean, Russell Wilson had one game against Dallas, who at the time had the worst defense you've ever seen in your life. And then it got to overtime and he fell apart. He had 4 good quarters. Every other moment you've seen Russell Wilson, he's been awful this season. Absolutely awful.
Well, yeah, but at the very least, have him as the backup, knowing that Jackson Dart gets nicked up during these games.
I agree.
Like if Russell Wilson's the backup for that Bears game, you got a much better chance. Right? I mean, Russell Wilson didn't do anything in that game.
If he starts the Chiefs game, do you remember the Chiefs weren't good then? The Chiefs
I
weren't
don't
playing
know.
decent football.
I don't understand what happened. Like whose decision that was.
Like I would have to be sat down by like an expert in the NFL to explain to me why, in fact, Russell Wilson was the starting quarterback to begin the season.
Yeah, right. Like I mean, if you thought that Jameis Winston was going to be like we have him on such a great deal, I even brought up the question like, hey, if one of these quarterbacks in a training camp goes down, wouldn't you think about trading Jameis Winston? No, can't do that. Perfect world, he's going to be the backup, making $4 million next year. Well, if he's part of your future. And you're watching these guys, at camp,
right?
Like you can't see that Jameis Winston's a better quarterback,
right? Well, that's at least the one good thing that you're excited about, right? Is that you feel like the quarterback position has been solved, right? Because you love the starting quarterback, you just have to figure out a way to keep him healthy. And Jameis Winston is an elite backup quarterback, so that feels like it's been solved in one off season,
right? You got that. I thought Wan'Dale played a really good game.
He was terrific.
He was awesome.
I think you have to start to have the question of are you going to keep Wan'Dale? Because as a 1, obviously he's not.
Oh, Wan'Dale as a 3?
Yeah, as a 3?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you address it at the draft. You got him, Neighbors, who wasn't happy at all. How about that? I mean,
yeah, I have.
What's going on inside your building right now?
It's sad to see.
I mean, then Abdul Carter's lining up outside. Like, I mean, who's running the building? That you got a second-year player that's not even playing. He's out with an ACL.
Yeah, well, how could he think that he should put something like that to pen to paper?
Well, that's what I mean.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
And then had a good game. Yeah, Theo Johnson was good yesterday, too.
Theo Johnson, he's talented. He just drops the football a lot.
He made a couple really difficult catches yesterday.
Yeah. No, he definitely did. Listen, I thought for the most, offensively, the Giants were really good. They were creative. They moved the ball. They ran the ball. They threw the ball. I mean, they had 500 yards of offense yesterday.
Yeah, the problem is they couldn't stop the other team.
That's the problem. And there was moments where, like there was moments they did. If Detroit doesn't have the threat of a run, their offense is nothing special. Once they have the threat of running the ball and the play action pass, and they incorporate Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Williams had no catches yesterday, and he's been good lately. But once they have that, they're one of the best offenses in football. But they have to be able to run the football, and of course they did yesterday because it was the Giants.
Right, but I also think, say what you want. I think Dan Campbell he's fine calling plays. Ben Johnson's special calling plays.
Ben Johnson's special calling plays.
Right, what they're doing in Chicago, I don't know how they're doing it, but they still find ways to win every week, it feels like. But
they're 8-3.
Jahmyr Gibbs, though, Jahmyr Gibbs is maybe the most dynamic player in the NFL right now.
Yeah, he might be.
Like,
Jonathan
that guy
Taylor's
can do
pretty special too.
Everything, man. I mean, he's unbelievable.
I mean, he touches. He's even. He's leaving, man. He is.
See ya.
That run in overtime. The second you're like, it's even. He's gone.
He's
can't
gone.
Catch him.
One play. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. So here's the neighbor's deleted tweet. Sometimes I think they be making us lose on purpose. I mean, how could you put this out there? Because it's no way, bro, you throw the ball instead of running it to make them burn 2 timeouts. Then you don't kick the field goal. Then they have to go down and score. Football, common sense. Am I missing something? That's a player on your team that is coming out and questioning the coaching staff. I mean,
well, he's also, I mean, listen, does that speak to the fact that he doesn't think this coaching staff is going to be back? So I can question it?
Well, I think a guy like that can do whatever he wants in question, but I think that's a stupid thing to do. I can't imagine Mike Kafka is going to be back next season.
Yeah, I can't answer that question. I personally would probably just completely clean house, right? Have someone new come in, completely new coaching staff come in. I'd GM too, but I mean, the more I read is it sounds like ownership thinks there's enough talent here to be winning more games that they're winning. And then Dexter Lawrence isn't on the field. They got one play in overtime. Dexter Lawrence isn't on the field.
I was talking to someone said he's not healthy.
Yeah, right. He's nicked up, but I mean, I don't know. Like, you're in overtime.
Yeah,
You've
but
been doing a road.
Like, he normally plays like 75% of the snaps, and he was on the field for
I saw that Raanan
or something.
Right, I saw that Raanan tweet. But if that's what you've been doing during the course of the game, right, is that we're like trying to find ways because he is nicked up to rest him, and he's only playing in he played in 51% of the plays versus the Lions, usually 70%. Well, if you've been doing that, they asked him after the game, like, when did this start? He's like, first quarter. Like, wouldn't you maybe, now that you're in overtime, at least start him? Right?
Yeah,
like,
I guess if
that first possession's kind of a
play at that point. I don't know.
Right, that first possession's kind of an important possession.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Absolutely.
And there's no way you can give Shane Bowen the benefit of the doubt because he stinks. This is the first time you've seen it happen.
Jake Bates made that field goal. This game was over.
I just didn't.
You don't blow a lead with seconds to go and have the other team make a 59-yard field goal at the buzzer and find a way to win that. At least the Giants don't. Barely
made it. And Goff almost screwed it up too. He makes that dumb throw to Gibbs to the 5-yard loss. They almost screwed that up, and then they clock it, and then they got to take a timeout because the play clock's going to run down. Detroit did not. That was not a great day from Detroit. It was a great day by Gibbs. I don't think
Detroit is a great team.
They had some drop passes. I don't know if there is.
The one that Amon-Ra should have caught was deflected into the air, and then Javon Holland picked it off. I don't think Detroit is a great team by any stretch.
Well, how many great teams are there, though? On both sides
I think
of
the
this?
Rams are great.
But okay, I'll wait. How many other temes? Because I know there's a lot of bad football teams.
A lot of bad football. Great. I don't think New England's great. I don't.
Who?
I don't know. Maybe just the Rams. Seattle. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know that I trust Sam Darnold in the biggest of moments.
I know. There's just not. I mean, listen, Kansas City found a way.
I don't think Green Bay is great. I don't think Detroit is great. I guess Philly's pretty good. I mean, you blew a 21-point lead, and I don't think Dallas played even all that great yesterday.
You're right. Buffalo, I mean.
Indianapolis is not great. Daniel Jones feels like he's come back to life quite a bit.
Ravens didn't look great.
Ravens are not great. Lamar Jackson is not. This is not Lamar Jackson.
No, he didn't look healthy. So, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of bad football teams, though. I mean, Trevor Lawrence I couldn't even imagine being a Jacksonville Jaguar fan right now. I mean, they're winning, but he drives me mental.
And they're 7-4.
Oh, my God.
They're 7-4.
I know, but some of the decisions
No.
I'm
just saying, like, in spite of him being what we know he is, they're still 7-4. I agree. It's a real problem with him. He got picked off numerous times yesterday.
3 times. 3 picks and a fumble lost. 4 turnovers.
Yeah, no, he's.
They're just lucky that the Cardinals are that bad. Like, just aren't that good. But I mean, there's some bad football teams, man. Some bad football being played.
Very bad football.
And we got 2 of the worst of them.
Yeah, we do.
At least your offense was fun to watch.
A special level of bad. The Raiders are a special level of bad. The Raiders are awful.
Awful. The Raiders might be worse than Tennessee, in all honesty.
They might be.
Raiders stink.
Not that this affected law. What is Tampa Bay doing, by the way? You know Baker Mayfield is hurt. He's holding his shoulder. And on the last play of the half, you have this guy run on 4th down, run a Hail Mary? What are you doing?
Well, I think that's probably just Baker. I think that's probably Baker just doing it. think that's his personality. He's kind of got that. I mean, Jackson Dart's personality is similar to him, where he's just going to go out until he can't.
Okay. Well, now he can't.
And now he can't.
Well, the Rams are good. The Rams, in my mind, are the best team in football right now. And it's,
listen,
it's
I said that to you. I said that to you after what happened last season. I mean, that was like a year early for them too. Like with how young their defense was, to give the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly in the snow that kind of problem.
They should have beat him.
And then watching what Philly did to Kansas City.
Yeah, they should have beat him. They had him last year. They had him this year too.
Right. The only reason why the conversation about the Rams changed a little bit was because of Stafford's age and what was going on with his back to start.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
That's right. But look, so they have 2 losses this year, right? Mm-hmm. They lost that game to Philly. They should have won that game. They lost that game to the Niners. They should have won that game. Sorry, RJ. But they should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have won that game. I mean, everyone was shocked with the amount of injuries that the Niners had that they won that game. But that's another coaching. That's like one of those matchup things, though, too, right?
Yeah, but if Kyron Williams doesn't fumble at the 1 yard line.
No, I know, but it's just like, I mean, the track record. I mean, I remember going back and forth with that game. And then RJ at the very last minute be like, I don't know. Like, everything tells you the Rams should win, but there's something about the Shanahan-McVay matchup
there
where
is.
Shanahan kind of owns him, and they find a way.
There definitely is. But when they had the redo, the Rams destroyed them.
Yeah. They killed them, but
the Bills are not good. Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I mean, the Ravens are not good. The Steelers are not good. I don't know how many really good teams there are.
it might be. I mean, right now it might be one. I mean, the Eagles look great,
I think the Eagles are still pretty good.
I think
and their
you're right,
defense
too.
is really, really good.
right? But the idea that they're up 21-0 and then did absolutely zero for the rest of the game offensively, zero.
Yeah, against the Dallas defense that I know is better, but is not great.
Well, no, I mean, you couldn't have got off to a better start. I mean, they scored their 21st point like barely into the second quarter, and then they just shut it right down.
That was it.
Saquon had the fumble. I mean, I don't know. Listen, at least your team is,
Competitive.
well, not even competitive. Like yesterday offensively, you were fun to watch. You're making explosive plays. You had a couple trick plays. Like, I mean, at least it was entertaining. You end up, but I'm sure you'll have the crowd, and I'm sure you'll hear it on the afternoon show today that'll be talking about the win and how important the win is. When in actuality, the idea that they compete as hard as they compete and still lose, so you still have the second overall pick, is way more beneficial than the win.
I think so.
No, you don't think so. You know so.
Well, it's an opinion. That's what I believe.
But it's not even an opinion. It's a fact. There is nothing tangible that these wins are going to bring you. Nothing. Zero. Mike Kafka probably not going to be back. Even if he was back, the team's going to look different, and the win against Detroit or whoever it ends up being is not going to be the rallying cry for your team next season. It's not.
No. A win or loss against the Lions, midway through a season with a new coach and a new coaching staff is not going to be the be-all, end-all. It's just not.
No, and the win against Detroit yesterday wasn't going to change the culture where all of a sudden now, Malik Neighbors doesn't feel like he's entitled as a second-year player that's not playing right now to just start throwing out tweets about how poorly the coach is, poorly the game is being coached. Like that's just like that right now is your building, and until you bring someone new in that can fix that, the win against whoever is not going to change that. Just like the Commanders getting all the way to the NFC Championship game had zero carryover to the season. The teams are different. What do they say? 30% of the team is going to be different anyway next year?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the only tangible thing you have that's going to be a positive coming from the season, outside of the quarterback and some of the other pieces that you have and you feel good about, is whatever player you're going to get at the second, third, or whatever team wants to trade up with you to try to get a quarterback, whoever it ends up being.
That's the potential blessing. And there's another couple of very important games this coming week as far as the top pick is concerned. Very important games.
What do you got?
Well, I mean, Titans host the Jaguars, but you figure the Jaguars. All right, I got Saints Dolphins this week.
That's a big one.
And I got Falcons Jets this week.
I should have taken the Falcons. What a dummy. So mad I didn't take that game.
How are the Saints giving points?
That's exactly right.
How
was the gift.
How are the Saints giving points to anybody in that league?
Tyler Shuck and the Saints, that was the gift, and we missed it. That's because we all thought Kirk Cousins was just done.
Yeah, he threw. I mean, the one touchdown he threw was a great throw.
Which one, to Mooney?
The one down the middle, was that Mooney?
I think that was Mooney.
I think it was. That was a good. Yeah, I put him up 22-10, I think.
Yeah. Dumb.
And you know what? Shame on me because I knew the Rams were going to win, and I got scared away by that 7.
I know.
I love the Rams in that game.
You got to go with your instincts, man.
Yeah, but my instincts stink.
Right now, well, you don't trust your instincts. That's the problem.
Well, that's the problem. I'm scared of my own shadow right now.
You have good instincts. You just don't trust your instincts.
Right. I did tell people to bet the house on Dallas, though. So
that was stop.
What do you mean?
Couldn't. At what point did you actually feel decent about that pick? You must have been.
I felt decent at 21-14.
They were going to make their way back?
Yeah. At least I thought there was a good chance that either Philly would kick a field goal,
3.
Dallas would get the touchdown to cover, or I thought Dallas would tie the game. At 21-14, I was like, oh, boy, they have a real chance in this game.
Right. I was hoping field goal, and then Philly got the ball back and then marched down and scored a touchdown, win by 4. But
I went 1-2. Not like I did well.
No one did well.
What did you go, 1-2?
Yeah, I didn't get a loss, but I got 1 loss and 2 ties.
2 ties. RJ, I think, is sitting here at 0-2, right? Waiting for the Niners -7 tonight?
I think they both are.
Yeah, and Raymond's 1-1 because he took the Cowboys as well. So nobody did well.
Yeah, listen, if the Patriots could just score a touchdown from the 1-yard line would be nice. And I went through that whole process twice, and then we finally said, no, we'll just kick a field goal. Great, thanks.
Or Joe, but on the flip side, Joe Flacco is like staring down the receiver. Like if you want to, you saw that coming a mile away.
Listen, Drake May threw a pick 6 too. He wasn't great. He didn't look great.
I actually think Drake May lost his chance at an MVP yesterday.
Oh, it was not a great performance by him.
I did not think he was good.
Some of the play calling too, man, really aggravated me.
And now all of a sudden, the NFL, you can't go for 3. If you're down at the goal line and you have a chance to take a lead late, you have to go for it, apparently.
Well, listen, the Patriots did it. They end up kicking the field goal, and they
almost
win.
Cost them, though.
I know it almost cost them. It's just because the whole kickoff rule now, and the fact that these kickers, in that game, which game was it where someone kicked a 63-yard field goal? It might have been the Patriots
the
game.
Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals did 63-yard field goal.
Yeah, franchise record.
These guys are weapons,
You're
man.
always in field goal range.
Always. And I know, so again, the whole Giants thing, if you're Mike Kafka, would you trust your defense? No, probably not.
I would have kicked the field goal. That's just me, and that's maybe old school.
That's the old school thing. All the analytics tell you go.
Well, how about the Cowboys? The Cowboys, with a couple of minutes left, they have 4th and goal, and they go for it. That's crazy. In a tie game?
Listen, that is the new wave of NFL coaches' philosophy.
I don't like it, and I don't agree with it.
I don't love it either, but, they're all doing it. It's not like there's just one team doing it.
Listen, I know, but I don't like it, and I don't agree with it. I can have my opinion.
Listen,
it's awful.
I think there's a lot of people. I think we could take phone calls all day with people that share your opinion. But this isn't just one team doing it. It's all.
Did you have a problem with the Cowboys going for it on that 4th
down?
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I was losing my mind.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane.
They don't like taking the 3 points.
No, I know.
Give
All right,
6.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to your calls. We hear from other particulars. We'll get into the Jets as well. 800-919-3776. Giants do it again, and the Jets are right on their heels. It's DNR with you on a Football Monday, ESPN New York.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. Sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Brees Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
See, you know what, Ray? This is not cute. It's not adorable. It's not clever. It's nothing. He's mocking the Giants through song.
That's what he does.
Because they got run over.
His team won?
By the Lions' rushing attack. His team did win. And I told this to Ray, and he's like, I agree with you completely. I didn't even think the Cowboys played very well yesterday.
Well, I mean, it's not how you draw it up. Let's get down 21.
I mean, you hand it to Turpin. He's fumbling the ball without being touched.
What Shotty say? Did we spot him 21? Yeah. We did.
Dallas certainly didn't play a perfect game. There's things to clean up.
Yeah, but when you win 40-0, that's pretty much close to a perfect game.
Can I ask?
I didn't think so.
Can I ask a favor, though? Just as a show
What do you need?
As a unit?
You want me to take my shirt off?
Wow, that'd be nice. I mean, that would put a smile on my face. I know Raymond's team won. RJ's team plays tonight, and the way he was talking before the show, very confident.
Very confident.
Very confident.
Cocky, really.
Doesn't believe that Bryce Young is ready for this kind of defense he's going to see tonight. You lost, I lost. But, let's put the NFL aside here for a second. Can we use today as a day of celebration?
Well, what are we celebrating?
Something happened over the weekend that we've all been secretly hoping for. And it finally happened.
John Winthrop was taken from the land of the undefeated.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, RJ. RJ Santillo.
Yeah,
finally
takes him right down.
Knocked him off. Thank goodness.
Thank you. On behalf of fantasy owners everywhere, thank you.
Yeah, it was a tough loss last week. I'll be honest. Our guys, we got caught looking ahead. This was one we had circled for a long time. Lost last week, and we came out. I told them, they reported for duty on Tuesday. Yeah, actually, you know what? I forgot. We didn't even give them Monday off. They reported Monday. And we got to work right away, right from Thursday. We were focused, dialed in right from that Houston defense game, and we carried it right through yesterday. So, yeah.
I mean, his 103 points had nothing to do with that, huh?
No, it had everything to do with us, Dave. Listen, we got the right stuff in that room, and we just got to string it together now.
Is this the start of big things now?
We're taking it 1 week at a time.
And Rick had a massive win as well.
He put up a lot of points.
A lot of points.
Oh, yeah.
And it appears that I'm going to win as well, unless Christian McCaffrey just soils himself.
I mean, your season is kind of...
I don't know. I'm still I'm fighting. I'm scrapping.
Yeah, you're scrapping, but I mean, I think the damage is already done.
Maybe.
But I think you're 3-8 right now.
Yeah, I go to 4-8. I go to 5-8. I go to 6-8. You never know. Maybe I sneak in, and then I'm dangerous. That's when you're dangerous, when you have no cares at all.
I mean, I tried to pay Rick a nice
compliment. Bleeps given.
I tried to pay Rick a nice compliment. I said, he put up a ton of points to Dave during the break. And he goes, good for him. I'll probably win the whole thing now.
Yeah, great.
No, actually, I got confused.
Not supportive.
I thought you were talking about the Guillotine League.
Well, that's another
That's
story for a
touchy
different
subject.
time. Yeah, RJ
Oh,
right
is that
now
not going well?
You know it's
RJ's
not going well.
Sitting right there. RJ's actually in the guillotine.
I need George Kittle to score like 7,000 points tonight.
So you're going to be out? Head chopped right off?
Probably. Tomorrow morning, probably.
That's a real shame.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate thing is that Dave and I have no idea how to get into the app, so we can't actually.
I don't even know what app we use.
There's a word I can tell you tomorrow. Dave, you lost. Rick, Dave, you're already out. Rick, you lost. But then you'd find out the truth. So I keep it honest with you guys. It's going to be me. It's not good.
I keep it honest with you guys.
Well, you don't even download the app. You're not even. I mean, Dave's out.
Doesn't even know the app.
I don't know what app. I can't deal with anymore. I'm filled up to the brim. I can't deal with anymore.
I could have told you were out 7 weeks ago.
The guy watches 12 episodes a day of shows, and he's so filled to the brim that he can't figure out.
I have leagues on
fantasy.
ESPN. I got a guillotine league, a different guillotine league that's on an app I never heard of before. It's like myfantasyleague.com. I'm on CBS. It's too much. I can't deal with more.
I'm filled up to the brim.
I got Survivor that I'm still alive in. I can't worry about another thing. If I have a true partner, a true co-host, he can deal with it, and he did, and then he screwed us.
Yeah. RJ, this is what happens though when you lead with generosity and you're so free with your time, you just get filled up.
I mean, yeah. If you did take the time to download and follow along the Guillotine League, I mean, would it be like you'd be 30 episodes back of Jeopardy instead of 27?
I'm down to 20, by the way. Wow. I can see the finish line now. I had a big weekend of watching Jeopardy, sports and Jeopardy, big weekend.
Yeah,
I'm filled to the brim.
I'm filled to the brim. I can't take any more on.
Wow, you are.
I'm
special.
at capacity.
I know. Hey, listen, you're only one man. Maybe
that's right.
Maybe you need an assistant.
I feel like
you
we
know
should
what?
move on from this.
Maybe an assistant.
You know what? Tell me people wouldn't line up to be my assistant.
What do you need me to do today? I need you to watch 2 episodes of Jeopardy. And
No. I would do that, but listen, call me and walk me through my guillotine league, would you? What do I have? Who's available? Yeah. See, I thought Joe was that guy.
No,
but Joe couldn't handle that.
No, Joe's also filled to the brim. Joe had other stuff to
Joe's
deal
not
with.
filled. Joe, I texted Joe one week on a Wednesday. Hey, did you do anything with waiver pickups? His response, oh, I forgot about that this week. That's my partner.
Could you imagine, Dave, if he had a proxy though? He shows up now. I mean, he's been better, but you show up at like 5:43. You'd show up at like 5:58. Like have your proxy sit there with us for 16
What
minutes.
time do you want me in the morning?
4,
RJ, 3, 2.
That is 1,000% what would happen. His proxy would show up with the roll and the eggs, and then be sitting with like, so what are we talking about today, guys? And then Dave would come rolling in.
At 5:58, like Tim, what I miss in the meeting?
But I'd have to eat the eggs, so I'd have to be there a little bit before that.
No, Tim, did you peel my eggs? Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But that's one of the things I'm great at. I wouldn't want anyone else to peel the eggs.
Tim, keep it pushing. You're in the way.
Tim, where's my pen? All right, now get out.
Go move my car.
All right, you want to get to a call or two? We could do that, I think.
I think we take all calls all day. It's
all right, let's go to
week.
Jake in South Brunswick. Jake, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'd ask how your day is, but I know Jets, Giants, it's whatever. I'm done with this team. I need to come to the air and air out the fact that I don't understand why Shane Bowen, this clown, still has a job. The only silver lining I see is what you were talking about before the break, Dave, with none of these victories mean anything. Kafka's gone, so it doesn't matter if Kafka wins. The only silver lining I see is that if Bowen's still the defensive coordinator, they continue to lose these games, which means they get a higher pick. But it doesn't matter because it's incompetence from the top down. And Malik Neighbors tweet out these things. I know he's a grown man and he does what he does, but I mean, I just don't understand why every single year it's the same thing we watch every year. It's Groundhog Day every day for the last however many years.
I'll tell you why.
Understand.
Let me try to explain it. They're a bad organization, Jake, and bad organizations, bad teams aren't functioning at a high level, and they continue to make the same mistake over and over and over. And the Giants now lost another football game that they should have won. I mean, they're 2-10, Rick. Realistically, what should the Giants be right now? 6-6? 7-5?
Right. I mean, they're 2-5 they're 2-5 in games they lead by 10 or more points. Right? So, I mean, that should be better. You can point to I mean, Denver, they should have won that game. I mean, there's games they definitely should have won. Yeah. I mean, does it matter in the grand scheme of things? Probably not. But I mean, it starts up top. It starts with bad decisions, and then I think it also. I mean, when you look at some of the things that have gone on this season, like, yeah, it sounds like behind the scenes, the whole Brian Daboll thing was wearing real thin, right? With the coaching staff, with the players, like just his. I mean, it feels like every time someone talks about Mike Kafka, it always goes back to kind of like his personality and how calm his demeanor is. And it doesn't sound like that was, I know it wasn't what Brian Daboll was. And that was something that Wink didn't like. So Wink ends up leaving. I just know like bad franchises, bad organizations compound problems by just like doubling down on mistakes.
That's right. This is what they do. Like this, are you really surprised? Like, how could anybody be truly surprised that the Giants, did this again yesterday?
Right, like, see, that's the thing, though. Like, no, I'm not surprised, because I said it to you at the time. Like, if you're going to fire Brian Daboll and try to, make this a fair process for Mike Kafka, like, Shane Bowen can't be here either. Because, I mean, as much as Kafka will do, like, to set the tone for the week and run practice and all these different things that he'll do, and Jameis has said a bunch of nice things about him, he's not going to, if you're not changing the defensive coordinator, why am I going to believe that the defense all of a sudden is going to change?
No, it's not.
And be able to hold on to a lead or stop the run. So, I mean, it is what it is right now.
That's right. ESPN New York Holiday Party is back. Both the Michael K. Show and DHR bringing the holiday cheer to your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island. On Friday, December the 12th, we're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 o'clock on Friday, December the 12th at your mother's house, brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid. Let's break, come back, calls lining up. We'll get to the Jets, go around the NFL. You know what we do. Frenzy, all of it on a very busy football Monday. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365.
Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Rangers fans, it's time for Blue Shirts hockey. The action starts tonight at the Keg Room with Team ESPN New York and Bud Light. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Rangers bar to watch the game versus the Blues, the Keg Room is your destination. The party kicks off at 6:30 p.m. and Team ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN prizes. Join fellow Rangers fans tonight on West 36th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue and enjoy Bud Light specials all night long. It all happens at the Keg Room.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. We have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's
kit.
a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
You know what, Ray? I've been nothing but nice to you today. And this is what you're going to do?
Wow.
Well, wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
I pop on this morning. I'm like, that's a nice win from you. Congratulations. Giving you all sorts of love. And every rejoin is going to be
Dallas.
about the Giants can't stop the run. Every single one, huh?
You made the mocking here we go coming back from break last segment. You haven't been all good.
Well, I've been pretty good. I've been as good as I could possibly be.
Well, that's only because you picked Dallas.
Yeah. I would have rooted for Dallas anyway, just because I don't want the Eagles to get the 1 seed.
Yeah, right. But you're not happy for Raymond. You're happy for you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
But regardless of where my
here we go
truth stems from, I've been good this morning.
He was doing that coming back from break
because he's a bad guy.
I'm not a bad guy.
He doesn't lead with generosity.
Of course I do.
No, you don't.
I
You
lead with generosity.
No, you lead with nastiness.
No, I lead with generosity. Generosity is in the room before I'm ever there.
When it benefits
there's
you.
an aura of generosity.
Yeah, scream it. Every time I see you, my first thought is, wow, that's a generous man.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm glad that you feel the same.
Yeah, the aura. Your generosity aura really
That's right.
steps
It's in the room. Even before I get there with my eggs and my tea, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, there's an aura of generosity.
Yeah, that's how I've heard many people describe you that way. You're not the first person to say that.
And I said, rather than give this person the money, I'm going to give a skill.
That's good on you.
It is.
Let's go to Robin in Dobbs Ferry, and she feels like we all do, just numb to the Giants and their disastrous collapses. Good morning, Robin. How are you?
I'm okay. Good morning, guys. I'm not upset, just numb. It's the same old, same old. You just knew it was going to happen, so you can't even be angry. I've been listening to, the whole time and pretty much agree with everything you've been saying. The one point I will say about not kicking that field goal, for just my 2 cents, that analytics is an average. It doesn't take into account who you're playing and how you're playing. That's what you pay a head coach for. And in that case, it just felt like they should have kicked the field goal. But you know what? I agree with, at this point, We don't want wins. I hate to say that as a fan, but at the end of the year, are we going to feel confident if Shane's still there that he's going to do the right thing? Anyway, on a different note, I probably won't talk to you guys, but I want to wish everyone and your families a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you, Robin. She's so sweet. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours as well. And, it's the same thing with the Giants. So, I'm here now. Now, if the Giants were like, could you imagine if that was a game you needed and you were right in and you were fighting for a playoff spot and you lost that game? I'd be eating microphones today is what I would be like.
Well, right. But, now, like if you wanted to criticize the play calling in that spot, I think you could criticize the play calling. Like Malik Neighbors was also like not just kicking the field goal, like it was how are we not running it on second down? If you make the choice to run it on first down, Detroit uses a timeout. Now you decide to throw it on second down, it's incomplete, so Detroit doesn't have to use their second timeout. And then you don't get it. But if you really take a step back and Robin puts herself in Mike Kafka's shoes after seeing, how many late game losses this team has with that defense, do you feel great about, giving it back to them with a 6-point lead, or do you feel like...
I don't think you ever feel great. I think as a Giants fan, you always have that pit in your stomach of like, oh, God, they're going to find a way to screw this thing up. But, and not that this is the ultimate answer, I'm kicking the field goal there. And maybe part of it is because on third down, I lost like 3 yards.
Lost 4, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm at the 6 or the 7.
Yeah,
so
what? At the 6.
Now, Raanan tweeted out last night, analytically it says you have to go for that. Sometimes you got to take the analytics and you know what with them.
Right, you can
hate
go,
some of these.
Right, I guess your point would be, and I think Robin's point would be, is that, once you get through the first 3 plays and now, you're at the 6-yard line, right? What do we have? What do I have right now at my disposal that makes me feel good about going for it on, 4th and goal from the 6?
Right. Did you expect to make 4th and goal for the 6? Now you run through the things of if you miss it, they're at the 6, and now they have to go how many yards? Right. So they have to go what? At least 55 yards to get into field goal range, where if you kick it off, they're probably going to have to go 60 yards for a touchdown, 65 yards for a touchdown. But I don't know. I'm making them go score the game-winning touchdown.
Right, but you're not going to feel good about it regardless. The only way you kind of feel good about it is if you punch it in there for a touchdown.
And it's not like they moved the ball great down the field.
No. They were. It wasn't a great execution from Detroit to leave themselves with a 59-yard field goal.
And the Giants are delay of game. Like, what are you doing?
It was RJ's buddy Holland knocking the ball out of his hands.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't smart. But that's who the Giants are. Bad teams find ways to lose games.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Let's go to Richard in Manhattan. Then we'll get into a little Jets. Richard, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Dave. Kafka blew it. First of all, it's an indoor game. A long field goal can beat you in an indoor game. He could have did what he did on that last series if it's outdoor. The other thing, he knew he was going for it on 4th down, which I don't agree with. If you know it doesn't matter whether it's 4th and 3, 4th and 8, 4th and 7. You still run the ball 3 times, let them use all 3 timeouts, and then on 4th down you're saying you're going to be aggressive. I didn't agree with going for it on 4th. I would have still kicked the field goal after running it 3 times. But because if you lose by a touchdown and they scored a touchdown without any timeouts, then your defense is a piece of garbage. I think he had no confidence in his defense. That's why he did what he did. But to throw the ball on 2nd down and stop the clock was ridiculous. You still got, he said, I'm going to be aggressive, which I understand. I don't agree with. But on 4th down, it doesn't matter whether it's 4th and 3, 4th and 7, 4th and 8. You're still being aggressive. Okay, make them use all 3 timeouts. Indoor game, 60 and in field goal is fathomable. You have to consider that. If the game was at the Meadowlands, I would have said, come on, a 60-yard field goal at the Meadowlands. Different story, weather factor, cold factor. The field goal won't tie the game. That's a big consideration. Indoor football, forget it. So that's why they do this with the overtime indoor Super Bowl. They don't want a 60-yard field goal deciding the game. 1, 2, 3, you go. This is all that Kafka should have taken into account. He keeps saying he was aggressive. You can be aggressive, but you got to be smart aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, don't agree with, but his reasoning was off. Make them use all 3 times out. because it wouldn't have mattered on fourth down how many yards you had
Use the
to
three
go.
timeouts. I mean, take as much clock as you can take. I'm with you, Richard. I think that he, deep down in his heart, if you asked him, he probably had no faith, period. Regardless if Detroit had no timeouts or whatever if you ran it 3 times and then settled for the field goal, I don't think there was any thought in his mind that his defense was going to stop them from going down the field and scoring a touchdown.
And
the only way he was going to feel comfortable.
I think that's crazy. To think that in a 2-minute drill they just zip right down the field, easily score a touchdown. They didn't zip right down the field and easily get into field goal range.
Except when overtime hit, he zipped right down the field in one play. Right? One play. 69-yard run. Thanks for coming.
Right, but getting into field goal range wasn't easy for them. And then you could argue they barely even got into field goal range.
Right, barely. But, there's no track record. I understand what you're saying, and there's a piece of me that agrees with you. But I think as long as you're clear, and I don't know how clear, just because he's only been there for a couple weeks now, what the coaching staff and the players have talked about, but I would make it my mission to let the players know, this is who we are and this is what we're going to do. In situations like that, we're gonna lean on being aggressive. Now, you may not agree with the play calling. I don't agree with the play calling because I'm with you. I think that if you're going to run it on first down, they call their timeout. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 2, right? And you plan on going for it, all 4 downs here. We should be able to punch it home from the 2-yard line.
Should be able to. 3 chances we should get that ball in. But now you screw yourself up because you don't throw it, they don't call a timeout, and then you lose 4 yards. Now it's at the 6. And now we're in the playbook. What plays do you love? 4th and goal from the 6 as opposed to from the 1 or wherever you end up being. But if this was how many times you watch a team and you're like, okay, the play call on 3rd down dictates they were going to now go for it on 4th down. Why would you do a slow developing play to end around kind of a thing where now that there's a chance you're going to lose 3-4 yards? Why not just do something quick hitting? That is a chance. Even if you don't get it, now you're at the 1.
Right.
I don't know, man.
I agree with you. But I think that there's so many coaches now that are focused on, hey, this is what the analytics say. And
I think the coach in the NFL is really bad right now.
Right, me too. But this is who most of the teams are now. It's tough to criticize one guy because they all do it.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying this one guy. I just think it's too aggressive. It's too much.
I don't know what I would do in that situation just because I would have a hard time believing that the defense is going to make a stop. I would rather them go down and score a touchdown to beat me. I'd feel better. I'd be able to I'd be pissed, but at least I'd be like, hey, they drove all the way down the field and scored a touchdown as opposed to kicking a 59-yard field goal and then losing it in overtime. So that's the other thing. That game gets to overtime.
The second went to overtime.
Yeah,
you knew.
See you later.
You knew. Motley Crue celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Carnival of Sins. Sounds like your life at PNC Bank Arts Center on Friday, July 31st, 2026. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tiles. Submit your entry. Brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets on sale right now at livenation.com. And this is cool, and this is right up your alley. Hockey fans and holiday shoppers. Join Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop at Hudson Yards on Tuesday, December 2nd from 3 to 6:30. They'll be talking all things hockey and joined on-site by hockey legend, the great Mark Messier. All powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live on Tuesday, December the 2nd from the NHL shop in Manhattan. That's fun. Good for them. They'll love that.
Oh, and by the way, Jameis did have Wandale wide open in overtime.
Wide open.
Down the right sideline there. But,
yeah.
Hey, listen, you lost. It's in your best interest.
That's fine.
I believe. So
I believe that as well. If the Giants wind up with the 2nd or 3rd pick, and all these quarterbacks wind up coming out, somebody's going to desperately want that pick.
Right, but and then Mel, even said this may not be a great draft, so there's probably not going to be a lot of depth. So I would think that the higher the pick, the better chance you get the kind of player that you're looking for, regardless of position. If no one wants to trade up with you,
sure.
Because you need some stuff. You need
everything.
You need some talent, man.
You're quicker going through what the Giants don't need than what they do need, right? They don't need quarterback, and I think that when Scadaboo comes back, you'd probably say they don't need running back, right?
Yeah, they need a receiver.
You know who's awesome, by the way? Just sensational.
Tell me.
Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson was very quiet for the most part yesterday.
Illuminor's been good, too. Outside of some penalties.
The offensive line has actually been pretty good.
Yeah. But, I mean, because I was listening to the afternoon show, and they get into, again, I'm sure they'll get in the conversation again today when someone will call in and be happy that they lost, and Don will go crazy. But they start talking about draft picks. And for whatever reason, like, there's this disconnect.
They don't believe in draft picks, right?
Well, but like, it's a crapshoot, and then Allen was like, hey, look at the positions you need. You don't need a top 5 pick for those. Yeah, you do. Right, and if you're not going to use the pick, someone else will make the decision to trade up with you to get that pick. Like, and it affects the whole draft.
That's exactly right. If the Giants have the second pick, you don't think there are teams that will clamor for that?
Yeah, there might be. Again, we don't know. Like, no one knows. Right now, it's a lottery ticket. But I would rather have, like, the better lottery ticket because it's not just the first-round pick it affects my entire draft also. Right? Like, my pick in the second round is going to be better. My pick in the third round is going to be better. Like, it's just when you need as much as the Giants need, right? And, I mean, the higher the picks, the better, especially when, like, the coaching staff probably not going to be back. The rosters in the NFL change by, 30% every season? Like, we want to believe that there's, this carryover every year. No, there isn't. I mean, the thing that could come out of the season that's not draft pick related is Mike Kafka somehow proves to management that he's
worthy of being the head coach.
That's it.
You know, off the top of my head, and I'm sure there's more, there's one time I remember real carryover, and that was when the Lions beat the Packers in that Week 17 on that Sunday night game to keep them out of the playoffs. Then the next year they were house on fire from the beginning of the season. I mean, I just don't see that Week 17 or 18 really materializes into, you're going to pick that up where you left off last season.
No, because that's not what happens, though. I mean, during the season, yes. I mean, you go back to the Giants Super Bowl when they played that game against the Patriots. Like, that can carry over.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about season to season. I'm not talking about in season.
Right, but I'm saying if that's the argument you wanted to make, I would completely buy into that because I've been a part of seasons like that, like where you can point to a moment where things changed. Right? Like the light switch went off. It was a win. We competed with something, whatever it was. And you're like, oh, that was what kind of kicked us into gear, and that's we rode that momentum. But, I mean, like, the chances of you making, winning a couple games down the stretch here under these circumstances and expecting that to carry over to next – what's going to carry over is Jackson Dart's a stud. That's what's going to carry over. Malik Neighbors will be back. Scatterable will be back. Hopefully you'll get a good head coach. Like, those are the things that you get excited about, but not a win against Detroit with Jameis Winston as your starting quarterback. That's not carrying over.
I wouldn't think so. Some people do. All right, let's break. The Jets yesterday, it's what they are. I mean,
no, it's not what they are. Don't even say that.
What?
Because I'm not in the same position as you because I know my coach is coming back, but still, how many phone calls do you think are going to be happy with Aaron Glenn today after that decision? 4th down decision from your own 42.
That's crazy.
Let's go for it.
That's crazy. It's
completely
crazy.
Changed the momentum of that game.
Well, you had it last night with the Cardinals are in a 3-point game. And they go for it on their own. And then the Jaguars don't kick a field goal.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
It's like, I'm a moron, and I don't really play the game appropriately. Oh, you think so? Well, watch this.
It's unbelievable.
Let's break. Yesterday. It's crazy. We'll get to all of it. DNR with you. Very busy Monday, ESPN New York. Oh, my goodness. She is back from her big, fancy vacation and just a week to do it with a crazy traffic week. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. I missed you guys. Happy to be back. Let's go out to the Grand Central Parkway westbound. Stop and go traffic getting right into the RFK Bridge. It's an accident and a car fire being cleared. We're seeing slowdowns right now on the northern state westbound by the Wantagh with a collision. Seaford Oyster Bay northbound ramp at Jericho Turnpike, an overturned vehicle. 27 closed in both directions at Henderson Road in South Brunswick with a bad accident. Traffic sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them like 1-800-BITE. Back. Bite Back. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back?
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
It's just this monotonous, embarrassing feeling.
Breece Hall still going, and he lost the football. And out is Ravens ball.
I have friends that root for functional NFL teams that get to celebrate wins and the playoffs. I mean, our teams are out of it before we get dressed up for Halloween.
There's Gibbs on first down. Jahmyr Gibbs across midfield, inside the 20, the 10, touchdown.
You're bad, you're bad.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
I don't know why I had to be in that rejoin at all. It was fine that you were carrying it, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, you're bad, you're bad. Like, that's not adding really a lot to the conversation.
A little sprinkle.
Yeah. You know what, RJ, you didn't need to incorporate me. It's fine.
No, but who doesn't like sprinkles? It's like you got a sundae. You know what, make this, let's zhuzh this thing up a little bit with some sprinkles.
I don't think a Sunday needs a zhuzhing.
No, I know what happens with you. We go the first quarter without getting you the ball. You're A.J. Brown. I got to keep you involved, yeah.
But A.J. Brown must be very happy today. He got the ball a lot yesterday.
He got a ton of targets yesterday.
Right. So,
listen,
that's what he's looking for.
I mean, this is a Rick game script so far, but I want to keep you involved. I want to keep you mentally focused.
But I'm not going to go anywhere.
I don't know.
It's a short week. If I don't bring good stuff early in the week, you'll never get good stuff from me.
That's my concern. I got to keep you involved.
Well, I'm dialed in. Ever since that day when I got called out weeks and weeks ago, I've been at the height of my game, RJ.
You've been elite, I will say.
All right, so I don't have to be in every rejoin. I mean, Rick was carrying it. He was making good salient points. Good, then leave it at that. You don't need me to say, like, you're bad, you're bad.
Listen, everybody's got to touch the ball. That's the philosophy here.
What are you running the Mike Brown offense here?
Yeah. Listen, you might not be getting the shot attempts you want, but you're involved. It's moving. So, keep head on a swivel.
Okay. All
right, I liked it, RJ.
You deem that necessary.
RJ, don't let him talk you down. I liked it.
Yeah, you're off a big fantasy win, maybe. Things should be good for you.
You're off a big fantasy win, maybe.
You should win. Things are looking up.
You beat John. That's good for everybody.
That's a huge win.
Yeah,
huge win.
Good for everybody. Rick, your Jets. That wasn't so good yesterday.
Wasn't so good. Ravens didn't look great.
Right? Ravens. I thought the Ravens looked terrible yesterday.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson. This is not Lamar Jackson.
No, it does not look healthy. For the most part, I mean, first half of that game, Ravens had 72 total yards. Derrick Henry had 14 yards. Lamar threw for 49 yards. They had 4 first downs, and then they come out of the locker room, score a touchdown, and then then we make the decision to go for it on 4th and 2.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what I don't understand. And I forget who it was. It might have been Robin, where she says, analytics don't take time and place. And it's not like the Ravens were traveling up and down the field and putting points on the board. They could barely move the football yesterday.
No, I mean, it was at that point when they had scored in their first possession, it was 10-7. That was it. And then we went for our own 42. And you don't have Brees on the field. That play had zero chance to work. Throw to Mechie, where I didn't even get to him. And then they turned that into a touchdown. And then Brees's fumble. And it's just, we're not good enough to make those kind of mistakes. And I just don't know why in that moment, like just game feel wise, like to the point where like the broadcast was talking about it. Like that was the moment when everything changed, when the momentum changed is when you decided to do that. And the Ravens won, which the Ravens should win. They were 13.5-point favorites in this game.
Yeah.
Tyrod was better. That was the other thing that we talked about last week was the reason why you make the change is because you do have a couple new pieces that I need to see whether or not these guys are part of what we're doing here moving forward.
Right, like you got to see John Mechie played like an NFL player yesterday.
Right.
Would he have been given that opportunity had Justin Fields been the quarterback?
No.
I'd say probably not.
Probably not, unless someone fell down and he was wide open to catch a touchdown. Like that's the only way. So you have a functional quarterback, which is nice, but you played a team that was better than you, and you made a couple mistakes, coaching mistake, and then you made Brees has the ball ripped out of his hands, and it ends up being a loss.
But it's not like the Ravens were going up and down the field. He threw for 150 yards, and they I don't even think as a full team they ran for 100 yards. So they had 250 yards of offense.
Yeah,
something in that range.
Dude, they did nothing in the first half. They scored 3 points in the first half.
Right,
and then the big play on the first possession when they scored the touchdown was a pass interference call. And then you make the decision to go for it. I don't understand. Like you'd have to explain that to me.
Yeah, it'll never make sense. But Aaron Glenn's going to do what Aaron Glenn's going to do. And again, it doesn't matter. But that would worry me. Like Mike Kafka making a decision which you question. Well, I don't think he's going to be here next season.
Right.
Aaron Glenn's going to be here. And I don't really truly understand what he was doing in that situation.
Yeah, I don't either. Right? And then you could feel, like, see, that's the thing. And Robin said some things, and I just think in general, like with the analytics stuff, is it's great to have the numbers, but when push comes to shove, I also got to understand what's actually happening in this moment, right? Like it's the averages taken from, all these different attempts, but I also recognize like who's my quarterback? What's the situation? Do I have a play I love? What defense are we going against? Right? Like, just a feel for the game that in that moment didn't feel like he had. And I think, again, there are probably a lot of Jets fans that still don't really trust that Aaron Glenn is going to be a good head coach.
Well, I don't know how you could.
And decisions like that don't make you feel good about it.
I don't know how you could. Like, what have you seen from Aaron Glenn that makes you believe he's going to be a good NFL head coach?
Right now, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, it felt like it was too long to make the decision to go from Justin Fields to Tyrod Taylor. We finally did that. How he's handled the media, some of the game decisions he's made. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. Listen, just in general as a game, like when you can point to the opposing team's punter as probably the best player on the field, like it wasn't a great football game, but you did a really good job against what's supposed to be a really good team, and a two-time MVP in the first half, just in general. I mean, you slowed down Derrick Henry. He ends up scoring, but it's going to be tough to keep him out of the end zone down, that deep into your own territory. But, I mean, for Lamar to go 13 to 23 for 153, it doesn't look the same, but
he's not the same. This is not MVP Lamar Jackson.
No, not even close. It ends up being another loss. So, I mean, it's just more of the same. And again, it's how you choose to watch these things. We talk about this with the Knicks, things you're looking for. This is a different situation, obviously, because, we're sitting here 2-9. But, I got a head coach that makes all these decisions. This is his team. It's clear. Right? He runs the franchise right now. And I don't know
how you could.
How great I feel about that.
Let's go to Ira in Staten Island. I don't think he's feeling great this morning. Good morning, Ira.
Hey, good morning. If I don't talk to you guys, happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Aaron Glenn, I want to be so wrong about this guy. I am now totally convinced this guy is not the guy, and he's never getting us a winning record or to the playoffs. Not only did he make a really bad mistake on that decision, and I understand it. I don't want to repeat what everybody said. How do you not have Breece Hall on the field, your best offensive player, on 3rd and 4th down when you're taking a gamble like that? Even if you're going to use him as a decoy, Hall had to be on the field, okay? So unless he was injured, and I don't think he was, that's where that even doubles down on the mistake he made. And listen, I'm not going to get on Taylor. He took a really bad sack right before halftime, took him out of field goal range. And listen, Hall had a really great game. Unfortunately, the guy made a good play, stripped him of the ball. But once again, nothing's changed from week 1 to now going into week 13. Critical plays, critical mistakes, critical penalties, bad coaching. You're talking about building foundations, setting cultures. Maybe you got to look in the mirror, like Parcells used to say, and look at yourself and see what you're doing, and then try starting to build the foundation, because you don't have a clue what you're doing.
Yeah, listen, it's tough. It's tough to disagree, Ira. I mean, and guy, listen, it's not just the coach. You mentioned the Tyrod Taylor sack, and then listen, Breece Hall definitely wasn't hurt because, you're also talking about the possession where he has the 30-yard catch and run, and then, he fumbles down at the 3-yard line. So, he's your most explosive offensive player, right? I don't care if you like Isaiah. Isaiah Davis is not.
He's definitively he's your most
right.
explosive offensive player. And
it's
close.
Right, and you didn't trade him, right? So, you'd like to think that he's coming back. He's a part of this moving forward. So to not have him on the field, it seems crazy.
It's puzzling to say the least. Here's Aaron Glenn on his decision. Maybe he can convince you that it was the right move on his decision to go for that 4th and 2.
At that point, just thinking about the defense and how I thought the defense was playing really, really well at that point. The reason that they scored because they got the 3rd and 15 on that. And I thought our offense was doing a solid job. I thought Tyrod was doing a solid job. So I want to be aggressive. I want to be able to go on that. And we didn't make it. That's just what it was. And I trust our guys to go make those. And that was a situation where I wanted our guys to not blink and get ready to go. And we didn't make it.
I don't agree. In that situation, in a low-scoring football game,
but if your
punted away and you
defense
played the field position game.
Right, but if your defense is playing well, right, which you just said, the only reason they scored that touchdown is because they had the 3rd and 15 pass interference penalty. Is why? So why put them in a terrible spot then? How much could you honestly try? You just went to Tyrod Taylor. You don't even have Breece Hall on the field. How you feel that good about your offense? And you just told me you felt good about your defense. So don't put them at your own 42-yard line now.
I guess
after they just gave up a touchdown,
they were going to pick it up and make it, and then this wouldn't even be an issue. What else could you possibly argue?
That he really doesn't know what he's doing is really how I would argue it.
Well, that's terrifying then.
Right? Defense is playing great, and I had so much confidence in my offense. How could you have that much confidence in your offense? You had only scored 7 points. It's not like your offense was great.
No. You thought he could pick up a 4th and 2? I thought it was crazy.
Yeah, it didn't.
I actually thought they were going to try and draw him off. I was like, they're obviously going to play this game. They're like, no, they're going to actually go for it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, right. Wow. And then you stick your defense back on the field, and then there's now
and it's touchdown. A short field now.
Yeah, another touchdown.
So good luck. Also, he wasn't thrilled with the officiating yesterday. Here is Aaron Glenn with his some thoughts about the referees.
I just think the refs are looking at our guys just in general. Before every game, they come and talk to both head coaches. It just seems like, man, they're looking at some of those calls. And I think, for the most part, sometimes those calls are questionable calls in my opinion. But they make them. Listen, we got to be able to overcome that. And that's one thing that I do want to speak on. on. It's us being able to overcome when things like that happen. And that's us growing as a team and being a mentally tough team and being able to do that. I look forward to our go for it and being able to get over the hump and be able to get past those things. Because once we're able to continue to get our offense going, our defense going, and once we get that mental toughness, we'll be a tough team to beat.
Once we're able to get our offense going, our defense going, and we acquire mental toughness, at that point, look out.
We're rolling.
We're going to be rolling.
Right. Once we clean those things up, we're good.
Right. It's not like he says once we clean up, like, pass blocking, all of this. Once we clean up our offense and our defense and our mental toughness, we're going to be a real problem for teams around the league.
Real problem. Yeah. Watch out, NFL.
That's a great
Here come the Jets.
bite.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, like, this is the question you have to ask yourself, I think. I don't know if, like, we're at a point now where it's like, hey, we should break down, like, we can. I got all the possessions right here. We could break down all the different plays and everything else. Or it's like we know we need a quarterback. That's obvious to everybody.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
That's priority number one. And I think we need to decide whether or not, and maybe it's early because it's only year one, but, like, at some point, would you like to see some signs that he actually knows what he's doing? Because guess what? Like, he's making a decision now this offseason potentially that's going to shape what this franchise will be for the next
5 years.
I mean, at least the next couple until the quarterback shows you that he can't play or he can't play, and then you have to make another change.
If he's not good, and this is the terrifying part, if he's not good, you would assume that they're probably not going to hit on the quarterback, right? Although the Giants did, and you don't know what Daboll is. So I guess there's a chance you hit on the quarterback and he's not good. But
right, but at the very least, you may not think your head coach was a good head coach, which he wasn't, but he was good at identifying quarterbacks and working with quarterbacks.
Correct. But if
I don't have that,
we don't think you do. No. But if you don't get the quarterback, and now you're going to waste time with a new quarterback, and you can have this guy coaching the team, and then 2, 3, 4 years down the road, you're going to have to move on from him and start from scratch. I mean, we're going to be talking about 20 years of not going to the postseason for this club.
Right, but first of all, at this point, how would you believe otherwise? Unless you were just like this, instead of leading with generosity, you just lead with optimism. Is that we just went through this with Saleh, like an identical situation, 5 first-round picks, and the one that doesn't hit is the quarterback. So now Saleh's gone, and it's a restart, it's a reboot, and I mean that's a real possibility, unfortunately. Because if you don't get the quarterback right, it doesn't matter. It won't matter.
No, and that'll be the end of Aaron Glenn.
Right, and then, in the rare case where you do get the right quarterback, but you don't have the right staff and pieces around that quarterback, he'll look like he stinks. And then
Sam Darnold.
He'll go to another team and be good.
Right, exactly that. And then you'll have more egg on your face. Look what the Giants and Jets have. Daniel Jones, they lost yesterday with Daniel Jones winning games and Sam Darnold winning games.
Right, listen, it's what Lewis has said, it's what Tim has said. All these guests that we have on the show that, one played quarterback, one's trying to be a GM in the league that also played, is that as important as it is to select the right one, it's just as important to have the right pieces around that guy.
Yeah, I think you need both. And even if you get the right one, unless the right one is so special and so different that he can avoid subpar whatever around him, it's not great. You want to tell me about something about
I'd love to.
I'm thinking parlay. You have any parlay in there?
The parlay and Thanksgiving. How about that?
Oh, my 2 favorite things.
2 favorite things. All right, so this Thanksgiving, FanDuel, we love FanDuel, is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. You ready for this? Here's how it works.
Are you a leg guy?
I'm not a leg guy.
Okay.
Well, depends on what we're talking about. I'm a breast guy with the turkey. So here's what happens. You start a group build, and you add your pick. Then you send it to your friends so they can add their picks. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's parlayed and played together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
That was nice. That was really nice.
Thank you.
When you start any cooking yet, or is it a little premature yet?
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce has started?
That was made yesterday, yep.
Mm-hmm.
We got some interesting conversations happening right now with Menu.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we're going to be light this year. We're going to be light. It's a light Thanksgiving for us.
You mean people-wise?
People-wise.
Not food-wise.
Not food-wise. No, always heavy with the food. But we have kids don't love the turkey. Like, they don't love turkey.
You know what's funny? My kids don't like it either.
They don't. It's not that they don't like it. They don't love it.
My kids don't like it.
I mean, depending on how it's cooked, it does have to be. I mean, there has to be, stuff added. I think, like even a piece of turkey that's not dry, it's properly cooked. You still need some gravy on it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta,
as you like to say, zhuzh it up a little.
Correct.
Bit. Yes.
My kids love steak. It's their favorite. So there's been some negotiations as to whether or not we maybe feature some steak this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think we're going to actually.
That's a nice little move by you.
Yeah, I think it's ballsy. Can you say that? I don't know.
I think you can say that. Well, the whole point is to make everyone happy, right? So if you have if the group of people you have coming over don't love turkey, I mean, maybe I guess you go like with a smaller turkey.
Yeah, we're going with a tiny turkey, and we're going with a steak.
I think we're going lasagna this year too.
Lasagna.
Yeah.
How about a nice ham?
Oh, we got some ham. We do have ham. Kids love the ham.
All right, let's take a break. Come back. Giants, Jets, both on the table. You can go in either direction you'd like. 800-919-3776. Still getting into the, I can't believe we're going to say it, the big injury to Landry Shamet, which is not very good for the Knicks, and the Mets with a big trade. I mean, if this was a different day, it would probably dominate the show, but we'll get into that as well. DNR with you on a busy Monday right here on ESPN New York.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, we can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
All right, DNR with you. ESPN New York. Raymond is gearing up for his Around the League segment at 7:55-ish this morning. And then we're going to have a frenzy. There's a lot to do. Very busy Monday. Short week. Monday. Is Wednesday going to be a Football Friday on the show?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a better question for RJ than for me.
RJ, we're going to go with like Raanan and Samini and picks and Frenzy and Around the League picks. And all that stuff?
Well, here, let's go line item by line item here.
All right.
So we will have and I guess if you want to make picks, but I wasn't going to press anybody on needing to put anything out there if they don't want to before Thanksgiving. I was going to put the picks on Twitter as verification that
Now, this is one man's opinion, and you guys can jump me if you'd like.
Okay.
I think we should make picks on Wednesday.
No.
No?
That's tough because teams haven't even been on the field practice-wise.
Right.
Unless you're picking the Thursday games.
Well, obviously, then you have to make them on Wednesday.
That's tough because a lot of teams will not have practiced yet.
All right, so Rick is voting no. RJ, what are you voting?
I would probably say no.
No. So, and Raymond?
I mean, I could go either way, but if the other two are going no, I'll.
Well, I know if RJ says no, then of course you'll say no.
Wow.
Right? Rick is irrelevant in this equation, right?
I don't like.
Rick,
I don't like
you
your
don't
tone.
matter. If RJ says something, then Raymond's going to jump on board.
I
with
don't
that.
like your tone. I don't care for it.
So just ask RJ. RJ said no.
Rich Samini will join on Friday, unless you really want to Wednesday, and then the Giants play Monday. So I was going to have Jordan on Monday.
Right. So Wednesday show really won't be a Football Friday show.
You can still do it around the league, though.
Yeah, a frenzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to make it half pregnant. Either we do it or we don't. Or we don't.
So you want to make picks?
I want to make picks Wednesday, yeah. And you know what the sad thing is?
RJ,
if RJ said we should make picks Wednesday, Raymond would agree.
I don't think so. I think Ray feels the way he feels. You just want to start ripping Band-Aids off left and right.
That's it. That's all he wants to do.
He just wants to punt on the rest of the season. He's done. He's out.
Caution to the wind.
Done.
Doesn't matter.
I'm already. I know I'm going to be in a Rick costume, and I'm going to be. Hey, how are you? What's going on? Welcome to Citi Field.
You could pick up a game on me tonight. You might be two back, and Raymond might be two back of both of us.
That's still a far number.
No, it's
this guy. This is a guy.
12.
This is a guy who texted
the Super Bowl.
He texted the group chat after the Giants game. Just perfect. That's literally. That's all he wants.
Because I was nervous they were going to win.
Yeah, you knew as soon as it got to overtime they weren't going to win.
No, once it went to overtime.
Yeah.
But I the whole game, I was like, all right, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. And then I was like, oh, my God, are they going to win? Then when they got down to the 2-yard line, I was like, they're going to win this game. They're going to mess up everything we're working for. But, whew, that got
everything
close.
we're working for.
They found a way to give you what you want.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I don't think making picks on a Wednesday.
All right.
Makes much sense.
Okay. Then we won't make picks.
Because you don't care now. Like, this is your new thing now. Like, you'll make the picks, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're on. You'd make your picks like right now.
Yeah, right.
You're
like,
on tilt.
You just pick 3 games.
I got one game already in the hopper.
So what happens? What happens if, like, last week you had one game in the hopper and it went up half a point, you punted on it?
Oh, I was so dumb.
I tried to urge you all week too. Do it. Stick with your convictions.
You're right. My convictions were so good
On that game, yeah.
I have great convictions.
That would have been about as right as anyone's been on the show all year.
John agrees. Picks on Wednesday makes sense to me.
Tell John he's out. He just had a loss. He just suffered a terrible loss too, so he's not in the right frame of mind.
It makes perfect sense. We're a show. The picks get thrown out on the last day we do the show.
No, you're ruining. But you're not. The whole point of the picks is to try to help people make picks. You're not making picks on a Wednesday.
The point of the picks is to help people make picks?
That's the whole point. That would be the whole point of it. Like, the whole theory behind making picks is that you've done all your homework and you believe that these are the right picks. And people can choose to follow your picks or, in your case, fade your picks and make money. It's not just to make picks to make picks.
It's to make picks because we're battling each other.
No,
it's more entertaining.
That is
we
not
do it
the
on
intention
Wednesday.
of the pick segment.
Fine. We'll text him to RJ, and RJ will put him out on
RJ, please
Twitter.
tell him what the intention of the whole pick segment being like created in the first place is.
Well, yeah, ideally we're picking 55, 56, 57%. But
which nobody does.
But if nobody does. But if we were picking
I did that last year, I picked that well.
Yeah, if you were picking Wednesday, you'd be highly inclined to just pick Thursday and Friday games because you have the most
I'm going to make my
information.
picks Wednesday. I'm making my picks Wednesday. I'm allowed to, right? Or am I not allowed to?
Make them right now. Just take your games right now. Make the first ever Monday picks.
Can I make my picks on Wednesday, guys? Is that okay or no? Do I have to wait till Friday?
You can do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. You're going to do it anyway. Just do whatever you want.
Okay. All right, great. Wednesday picks coming. And John agrees,
great.
and John's the boss. Maybe John forces us to make Wednesday picks.
No. Maybe I don't show up on Wednesday then.
Let's go to
How about
Artie
that?
in Brooklyn. Artie, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, guys. I don't know how a guy could play professional football that long, play defense, and not understand the basics. Like, I was dying.
Who are we talking about here?
Aaron Glenn, are you kidding
okay.
me? I mean, what the heck are you going for on fourth down? On 4th down and 2 on the 40, and you're only down by 3. I mean, you're only down by 3. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, and there's no assistant coach. Listen, I know you can't fire Aaron Glenn, but fire the bleeping assistant coach for now whispering in his ear.
Why?
I mean,
Why
gotta
would
be
you?
kidding me.
You think that Aaron Glenn has shown you the entire way this is his baby? You think if he wants to go on 4th down and assistant coach says, "Coach, I don't know that this is the right thing," that he's not going to overrule that if that's what he wants? You want to start firing other people?
I didn't say to rule it, but if you're talking to the guy, maybe he could reconsider it. And the other thing, too, is I don't know if there's 4 minutes left, right? What the heck is the difference between calling a timeout? You're seeing the clock run, right? Whether you call it now or 2 minutes later, you're still losing a minute and a half. There was 4 minutes left. Baltimore was obviously, and then they changed the rule for some reason. Baltimore makes a penalty, and the clock still runs. Why is that? So a team can get rewarded for doing a penalty? It makes no sense. All right, thanks for taking the call, guys.
Oh, there you go.
I love how quick he can turn it off. All right, thanks. Thanks for taking it.
Yeah. and by the way, what was written on the call screener, he didn't touch on even a little bit.
Listen, he feels strongly about Aaron Glenn not making good decisions. Okay,
I think that's probably most people feel like that.
I think it's
that was criminal making that decision yesterday.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know why in that moment, like just game feel. And again, I mean, we're not on the field, but just watching it. Like even the commentators talking about it. It's like why from the 42? Like I mean, we're doing this now. And like exactly what happened. I mean, and you didn't get it. Didn't have any real chance of getting it. And then they go down and score a touchdown.
But why were you like you know what's eliminated from the game of football now? Like playing the field position game and trying to and the Jets special teams actually might be the best thing they do.
Well, listen, it was the best thing that Baltimore did yesterday.
Right, but like
that punter was awesome yesterday.
Flip the field, play defense, like that nuanced piece of the game is now gone.
I would say that one of their most consistent players this year has been their punter. Right? So, I mean, if you're going to sit there and tell me, but it's like you talk out of both sides of your mouth. It's like I really thought the defense had played really well up to that point. Yeah, of course they did. I mean, you saw what the first half looked like.
And
Ravens
they
scored 3
did.
points.
He's right. They did.
And they did. So, but now they just scored a touchdown. Why put your defense back on the field right now?
I don't know.
From your own 42.
You punt from there, and they're probably going to be inside their 20. And their offense hasn't been great.
Right. You like to think
and
so.
your defense has been good.
Right. So, I mean, now when our offense gets the ball back, hopefully we're in better field position, and then we roll. But no, give them a short field. They go down and score, and now it's like, okay.
Well, that was it. That was the game.
Yeah.
That was the game. I don't know, man. I would be highly – and again, does it matter that you win or lose? I mean, I think it matters more for your team because this is your coach.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily about the wins and the losses. Maybe it is, but I think it's just more about like decision making, how it looks. If guys continuing to fight, right? The effort level, right? Like, I mean, actually, we'll say this: it is in his defense. Like on the positive side of this for him was the whole idea to sit Quincy Williams down and then let's see how he reacts. And since he's been back, he's been great.
He really has been. Even when they brought him back in the game after he was benched, he was great from that moment on.
Right, so he's responded. So, I mean, that's a positive sign. But just
it is.
Some of the decisions.
And look, at least they fought yesterday. I'll give them that as well. They did. Yeah. They haven't quit on him.
Right, but I mean, again, it's year one. The guy has full control of the organization. You'd have to be an idiot at this point to not give max effort. Like, not just for this team, but for other teams watching.
Right.
I mean, what does it say about you as a player? You're quitting on the team. You're quitting on the coach. And if you want to be a Jet, there's no way you can quit because he's definitely coming back.
Well, he's the guy. He's the ultimate decision maker. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Raymond's going to take us on a tour around the league, and he's going to be all peppy today because his Cowboys won. It's DNR with you right here. We'll get to your calls as well. 800-919-3776 on ESPN New York.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
We are moving now.
Electric bikes are everywhere. They are quiet and very fast. Teens ride them on the roads, in bike lanes, but also in places they should not be, like sidewalks and parks.
Look out!
When you ride, wear a helmet. Don't speed. Watch out for pedestrians and cars. New York State and your community have specific rules for electric bikes. Follow them. Go to trafficsafety.ny.gov for more info. A message brought to you by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Are you ready to unleash the beast?
Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season and joined on site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop Tuesday, December 2nd.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. We them boys. We get
what
it.
He does.
Yeah, congratulations.
One of his great strengths in life.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's when it's Tully time. 4:30, St. John's takes on Iowa State out in Vegas. Then the Rangers are home to the Blues, 7 o'clock. And then the Devils are home to the Red Wings at the Rock, also at 7 o'clock. Then 7:30, Knicks are in Brooklyn to take on the Nets. And that's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So the Mets made I think it's fair to say, a massive trade yesterday. Trade everyday left fielder, sometimes center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And at first blush, I don't know how you felt like about with this trade. I did not like this trade. You got older. You got better defensively, though, and I think that is what David Stearns had said, and I think that's going to be a big mantra for him this offseason.
I think by itself, like as a standalone move, you probably don't love it. Right? I mean, it's again, you get an older player who's not as good offensively, but maybe, I mean, for the bigger plan as to what this offseason is going to look like,
right,
fits better, right? You said it a couple different times. Run saved, defensive run saved, that was going to be a focus. Brandon Nimmo in left field and Juan Soto in right field is not a great defensive
it's a real problem
at all. Because defensively, like Brandon Nimmo is not a good left fielder.
And he's got a noodle arm. He can't barely throw the baseball.
Right, bad arm. I think the thought has to be, right, I mean, you got one guy who's got 3 years left on his deal, and then you got another guy in Brandon Nimmo who had 5 years left on his deal. So what does the back 2 years of that deal look like? Right, like, can I put Brandon Nimmo in left field? Probably not.
No, you really almost can't put him in left field now.
Well, so yeah, right. So that's the point, though. I mean, and now we're trying to figure out what are we doing at first base? Are we bringing Pete back? Like in a perfect world, we'd like Pete to play first base, but also some DH.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he wants 5. He's probably going to want 5 years. Right. So what happens now if I got Nimmo, who now last 2 years of his deal, like I can't really put him in left field because he's not good enough defensively. Now what do I do with the DH spot? It's just like it has to be part of a bigger move, and I think
of course.
Right,
of course.
But I think
I guess you're right. I guess you can't really analyze this trade until you see what the other dominoes are to fall from this specific trade. The thing I'll say is So you have all these middle in like Beatty, you used him at second. Acuna is capable at second. McNeil at second. So you don't believe in any of those guys, or is it just more important to unload Brandon Nimmo in this deal?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think Brett Beatty's fine. He's not defensively the caliber of player that Simeon is. I don't think that they trust Acuna to put him out there every day at second base. And I also think you needed to find a spot where Brandon Nimmo wanted to go. Right? How many teams are signing up for 5 more years at almost $102 million for Brandon Nimmo?
I don't think anybody.
Unless you're taking something back. Right? So I take 3 years back of an older player and give you 5 years of Brandon Nimmo. And it's a place where he had to waive his no-trade clause, so he ends up in Texas with DeGrom. But I also think that there's a piece of this that had to do with what was going on in that clubhouse.
Maybe so. And I guess they asked him on Friday, are you willing to trade the no-trade, willing to waive the no-trade clause? And it apparently took him all weekend. He hemmed and he hawed and he talked to DeGrom about it, and he couldn't decide if he wanted to do it. And he finally said, yeah, we'll pick up and we'll leave.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is that, we've seen this. We've seen it enough where we both felt like that the actual core pieces of this team, some had to change. Right? Like we talked about Nimmo, we talked about McNeil. You don't want to see McNeil playing second base, do you?
No, not every day. No,
you'd probably trade him if you could.
I got to tell you, I think this is the start of it. I think the Mets are going to look completely different next year.
I agree with you.
Completely. I wouldn't put anything past them. I think Bellinger is now a perfect fit for this team. A perfect fit for this team.
I think Tucker's just as good a fit if you bring Pete back.
Unless you bring Pete back to be your DH.
No, if you bring in Tucker and you have Pete playing first base and DHing, what do you mean? He's a good. How does that not fit?
No, I'm saying if you bring Bellinger and you can use him anywhere.
Right. Bellinger can play center. He can play left. He can play any outfield position. He can play first base. But I think, I got to believe that, you're going to change some pieces of the core. Are you necessarily going to blow up the entire core?
Well, Soto obviously going to be here. Lindor's obviously going to be here.
Right, but it's Soto. Soto just got here. But Lindor, Pete, Nimmo, McNeil, the before Soto got here, those core players.
Right.
Something had to change. It had to.
Yeah, I don't know about Pete. I think Pete's very 50-50 here. I think they could keep him. I think they can move on from him and go in a different direction.
But here's what I'll say. Yeah. But the expectation is, to your point about Bellinger, is that once you've now made this move, and it's definitely, it is, unless at his age, Simeon all of a sudden, offensively finds it again, which I can't imagine happening. He'll give you, 15 home runs or whatever it is, but he's going to play great defense at second base.
Right.
There has to be bigger moves coming.
100%.
Tucker, Bellinger, Alonso, there has to be.
Absolutely.
This is the first step.
Absolutely. You look at this team and you look at how many people, McNeil, Alonso, Acuna, Beatty, Vientos. There's pieces all over they can move on from. No, they still need starting pitching. Are they going to be involved in Skubal this offseason? Dylan Cease, Valdez. The Mets are going to make moves. I don't know that the Yankees are going to make a ton of moves this offseason, but the Mets are going to make a lot of moves this offseason. So this is the first domino, and before you sit here and say, I love this trade, I hate this trade, I can't believe they moved on from Nimmo, any of that, I think we have to kind of take a wait-and-see approach of what the rest of the offseason looks like.
Right. Listen, Brandon Nimmo was one of, he's a homegrown guy that I think there is an emotional attachment to, and you hate to see guys like that go, especially when there's the potential that Pete Alonso may not be here either.
Right.
Right? So, I think that's scary for people, but I just think if you look at, and we can't see the plan yet, obviously, because this is kind of the first step of the plan, but, as far as what they're looking for and what David Stearns feels like we need, again, I can't have Juan Soto playing right field every day with Brandon Nimmo playing left field every day, especially because we don't really, are you going to play Tyrone Taylor every day in center field?
Right, and then you don't really have an everyday center fielder anyway right now.
Right, so I don't, on base percentage has been consistently kind of headed in the wrong direction. Defense is progressively getting worse. So, do you want to sit around? Do you want to sit around for 5 more years of that? Probably not. So, if I can find a way now to get out of it, where there's a team willing to take those 5 years, and I can take 3 back instead of the 5, where maybe the last 2 of whoever I sign, say, I give Pete some extra time, because there's going to be other teams his market will be better. Now, I can't live with 2 of those guys, but I can live with 1 of those guys.
Right, and the GM has told you, and he's made this very, very clear, defensively they have to get better, run prevention. He's used that phrase numerous times. Well, now again, it's not a finished product, but you're a better defensive team now than you were on Saturday.
Right.
Simeon's he's a terrific defensive second baseman.
Right, and I also think you needed to, because you weren't trading Lindor. Soto just got here. He's not going anywhere. We'll see what happens with Pete. But, like, you needed to shake up the core of the team. You had to. It's not good enough. I mean, you lost out to the Cincinnati Reds. You won 83 games, man.
That's pathetic.
Like, it's an embarrassment.
Well,
like,
what they did last year, and this is not, hyperbolic, what they did last year might be the worst regular season in the history of Major League Baseball.
And I got to believe, too, because we talked about this in a bunch of different times, was that there was something going on inside that clubhouse. The chemistry inside that clubhouse wasn't even close to what it was in the year before. And that's not just one player. That's not just that's not just because Iglesias wasn't back. That's not like, was that a piece of it? Yeah, probably. But that wasn't the only reason. I mean, there's been some insinuations that maybe, Nimmo wasn't happy that, Lindor was kind of looked at as the captain. He felt like that was something that he wanted to be. And then I heard Gary Cohen talking about, the way that Simeon's looked at around Major League Baseball. It'll be a breath of fresh air into the clubhouse. So I don't know exactly what that means, but
yeah, well, that's something, and nobody would know better than Gary. I mean, he's around this team. By the way, this is interesting. I wonder if Yankee fans are starting to get the feeling they're not going to keep Bellinger in the fold. Because did you happen to hear Buster Olney on the K Show on Friday?
I heard a little bit of it. I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he here's the sound. He said it's going to be really tough for the Yankees to keep Bellinger now.
And I do think it's going to be hard for them to re-sign Cody Bellinger. Not to say that that they won't wind up signing him, that it's impossible. As you know, I mean, Cody really enjoyed it this year. He was a perfect fit. But here's the thing, he's bounced from big market to big market to big market. He's totally pliable. I mean, he made it clear on the day he was traded. I'll play wherever you want. Sure, Chicago, yep, did that. Thrived there. Went to the Yankees, thrived there, and he's in a great position.
So that would make me worried if I was a fan of the Yankees.
If the Yankees don't bring back Bellinger and Tucker goes somewhere else, and you just gave Trent Grisham
$22 million,
Yankees fans will have a nervous breakdown.
Right. And then I was reading a couple things this weekend that said that the Yankees, Scooble to the Yankees is something that's very much discussed in baseball circles. How you're going to spend that much money on another starting pitcher?
I mean, you already paid Fried, you paid Raanan. Garrett Cole's making
Cole's back.
Making $36 million a year,
right?
And you're going to pay Scooble what, $40 million a year?
That seems crazy to me.
No, where's the offense coming from?
I don't know. You can't. If you lose Bellinger, okay, but you have to replace losing Bellinger. You can't just lose him and then say, okay, now Grisham is my guy.
Well, you're going to go with Grisham in center. You'll go Judge in right. Dominguez in left. You have Ben Rice play first full time. Jazz at second, Volpe at short, McMahon at third, Wells behind the plate.
Yeah, but Yankee fans will lose their mind, and rightfully so.
But it wasn't good enough last year with Bellinger, who had a really good season for you. I mean, you can make the argument that he was, like, from start to finish, once we get past Aaron Judge, like your most valuable player, versatility-wise and everything else. You're going to lose him and not replace him?
You can't also spend less money. Like, there's no way the Yankee fan is going to be okay with you spending less money. If you brought in Tucker as opposed to Bellinger, I think you can live with that. You'd be fine with that. Might be an upgrade, actually. But if you don't get Tucker and you lose Bellinger, ooh, Yankee fans would lose their minds, and rightfully so.
If Tucker goes somewhere else, and the Mets sign Bellinger,
they'll lose their minds.
Oh my goodness!
But I don't blame them for that. Like that, I think sometimes Yankee fans can be a little bit spoiled.
Well, no. Okay, here's the thing, though. Right? Like, listen to what Buster just said. If I'm a Yankees fan, that would piss me off. He loves being a Yankees. He fit perfectly for what the Yankees are trying to do. They want him back. Okay, what's the holdup? Right? Mets recognized.
Just pay him.
Well, you're right. Mets recognized we like Soto. We want Soto. So what did they do? They made sure they got Soto. I mean, there's no reason why the Yankees should lose out. He's already been here. He likes it here. He's had success here. I mean, at the very least, they're going to be a playoff team, so have an ability to compete for a championship. Just make the money work.
That's right. But Buster did say there's another pivot they could possibly make. If they don't get Bellinger and they don't get Tucker, maybe they go after Fernando Tatis. Here he is.
Kyle Tucker's, going to get a $300 million plus deal, but Cody Bellinger is not going to be that far away from that. And from what I understand, there's a lot of plan. Cody, who knows if the Blue Jays get involved, other big market teams get involved because of the positional flexibility. So I agree with you. I think there is a world in which the Yankees don't sign it back. And Fernando Tatis Jr. would be a great fit in a lot of ways. He's 100%. He's an excellent defender. He would improve their defense. He's already under contract. Time goes on. If he continues to, grow as a player, that contract could look very affordable. So I love the idea.
I mean, he's a terrific player.
Right. Let me give you some insight, okay? Because I've listened to Kay a couple different times. Kay has been the one that keeps mentioning Tatis. I think he actually, I don't know for a fact, but it sounds like the way he answered it is that Kay mentioned, how about the pivot to Tatis? Because of what's going on with ownership, the amount of money they've sunk into that team and everything else.
Right.
Of course. And listen, I mean, if that's the pivot,
but if that's your pivot, it's a hell of a pivot.
That actually would be a pivot. Like, if we can make that happen, let's make that happen. I mean, I feel much better when you look at Tatis's contract as opposed to the numbers that we're talking about for Bellinger and potentially and Kyle Tucker. Yeah, I'll take Tatis Jr. in a second, especially because it'd be nice to have another right-handed bat.
And he's a baby. Well, I mean, he can't be. He's not much older than 25, I don't think.
He's 26.
Yeah.
So he'll be 27 in January, but you got him signed through. 2034.
Right, but you're going to have to trade for him, and Bellinger Tucker wouldn't have to.
Right, that's just money.
Right,
and you already know what Bellinger is. I don't think Tatis is going to get. I don't think he seems like the kind of personality that's going to be overwhelmed by the New York market.
No, I don't think so either.
Right, it actually might be the best thing for him. Kind of really like blossom back into that star that we all expected him to be. Like, his transition to the outfield has been seamless. Like, not just good.
No, he's elite. Wherever you put him, he's elite.
Like, phenomenal. Like, platinum glove kind of level of outfield.
Wherever you put him, he's absolutely phenomenal. Elite.
So that's an outfield, though.
That'd be dangerous.
You go Tatis, Grisham, and Judge. Oof. Hello.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
And
that's actually what I would want.
You're getting young and more athletic too, which is something Yankees talk about all the time.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, I mean
he might. I'm just trying to think.
Of course,
he
might
be
that move.
Like the most complete player in baseball.
Listen, man. I mean, when you take what he's done defensively, what kind of athlete he is, and then you sprinkle in the potential. Like, I mean, he had 25 and 71, hit 268, WAR close to 6, OPS over 800. But I mean, back in 21, he had 42 home runs and had 97 RBI. Like, so it's like he's one of the more talented players in Major League Baseball.
He's phenomenal.
So
and he's a pup. He's still. I mean, he probably his best days are in front of him.
Oh, you would think so. Yeah. And all of a sudden you're with the Yankees now with Judge, and again the impact that would have. Like, look at the impact that LeBron James has had on Luka Doncic. I think some of that is probably also spite and like, hey, I'm going to show Dallas the mistake that they made. But I think it can't hurt to be around a guy who's been in the league that takes care of himself the way LeBron takes care of himself.
No, you would think that him being every day with Aaron Judge would only help him.
Yeah, like, so of course I wouldn't even look at that as a pivot. I would make that call. That would be my phone call.
I mean, what is he? He steals 30 plus bases. Like, I'm telling you, from everything that Tatis is able to do, he might be the most complete player in all
right. He was. So I'll give you his numbers from last year. So he went 25 and 71, had 27 doubles, only 32 stolen bases, hit 268. His on-base percentage was 368, and his OPS was 814.
Yeah, and he's 26, going to be 27 at the start of the season.
That's right.
And he's under contract.
And he's under contract till 2034.
All right, so Mets, do you agree with me, though? When you first saw the trade, you're like, ugh. And then you kind of warmed up to it a little bit, or where are you with this Mets trade?
I think that the reality where Brandon Nimmo is in his career, in the way he's trending, especially defensively and physically, right? Like, I mean, he's hurt a lot.
Yes.
Right? So, I mean, for someone to take on that contract, 5 years of that, I don't think you're going to – I mean, it wasn't going to be when you looked at the deal like, oh, okay, girl, this is a great deal for us. It was kind of be like, what are you prioritizing, right? We're willing to lose something offensively and some, a couple years age-wise, but what we can add, it's only a 3-year deal now. We got to suck it up for, and it's a guy that's much better defensively.
Right, and we become a much better defensive team with Semien.
Right, and he's the kind of guy in the character that we're looking for in the clubhouse.
And if Marcus Semien bats 8th, you know what? It's probably not the end of the world. But it's a work in progress, and we can't sit here and say love it, hate it until we see what the next dominoes are to fall with the Mets. You agree with that, right?
Yeah, well, I don't even think they know, right? I mean, you got to see what's happening with.
They must have an idea.
Well, but you don't even you have an idea what you'd like to do, but I mean, do we know exactly what teams are going to be offering for Pete or how many teams are going to be involved?
No.
I think that David Stern's probably, if he's good at his job, can probably put a list together.
Well, you have an idea, but you don't know for certain.
No, but you got to have a number. You're gonna you got to sit down with ownership and say this is the absolute best deal we're going to offer him. Right? Like it's going to be this many years for this much money, and if that's not something that we can that we're willing to that he's willing to do, then what's the next? What's Plan B?
Right, but there's no way that they don't have a Plan B. They have to have a Plan B.
They have to. I mean, listen, there are plenty of things that need to happen. Like the rotation was a disaster last season. Disaster. Like what's happening with Senga? Is that a piece that you decide you want to move? What's going on with Jeff McNeil?
I would be stunned if Senga was a Met this year. Stunned.
What are you doing in the outfield? I mean, yeah, there's a lot. Who's playing third base?
Right. Who's playing first base if it's not Pete?
So, I mean, there are a lot of questions that still need to be asked, but I just think that I don't know how attractive Brandon Nimmo's contract was around the places that he'd want to say,
especially with a no-trade clause.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that he'd be willing to go to.
Yeah. Listen, we'll, as we get to the winter meetings and moves start to happen, we'll get more baseball, but we needed to certainly break this down a little bit here today. Raymond O'Ray.
Hi.
I know you're in such a good mood, aren't you?
I'm in a great mood.
Of course you are.
Ray, if you don't sign Pickens, I would
get it done.
I would
get
it done. Wait as long as humanly possible.
Get
so the
it
price
done.
only goes up.
Sign him now.
God,
did you read the Players Tribune piece?
Dude, he's a beast.
Really good.
What about him?
He wrote a piece in the Players Tribune and proofread by his mother. It's pretty good.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
What do you have to say?
He's explained things from his point of view, and he says he's very good with Mike Tomlin. He would call Mike Tomlin today, and they'd have a good time.
I would be, if I was a Steelers fan, I'd be horrified seeing this happen.
Horrified,
right?
Especially because they need help.
Well,
yeah. This is. I mean, do you know what the Steelers need? This
receiver.
But this is exactly what
George
they
Pickens.
need.
Well, I mean, they got DK Metcalf. That was, the whole purpose of Metcalf was to replace him. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they were still
crazy
one light.
idea. Pickens is better than CeeDee Lamb.
Right now he is. Absolutely.
Especially against the Eagles. For whatever reason, CeeDee Lamb.
I don't know what's in CeeDee's head against.
Dropped that touchdown yesterday.
I don't know what's in his
Almost
head
cost
right
him
now.
The game.
He holds his liquor, though. I can tell you. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah.
He says.
So if you were concerned about that, don't be.
Can't hold on to a touchdown, but can hold his liquor.
By the way, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York.
That's
so,
nice.
Ray,
yes.
You ready to take us around the league?
Oh, I am.
Well, the floor is yours.
It's time to go around the league.
Packers beat the Vikings 6-23. I'm sorry, 23-6.
See, you know what?
That's good.
If
like
you guys
that.
need me to take Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thanksgiving off, I'm more than happy to.
I
do
love
it.
you, Rick.
No,
You know
why would we want that?
You know I love
You guys
you.
are bad people.
2 sacks from Micah Parsons becomes the first Packers player with double-digit sacks in a season since Darius Smith in 2020. 10 sacks through 11 games. His 5th straight double-digit sack season, now the second longest streak by any player behind Reggie White's 9 to begin a career since sacks were first tracked in 1982. The J.J. McCarthy experience, it's going sideways. Past 2 starts have been the worst of the season. Kevin O'Connell called a conservative game, but McCarthy never looked comfortable. That pass rush got to him. 87 passing yards and 2 interceptions, so he's thrown a pick in all 6 of his career starts. Longest streak to start a career since DeShone Kizer in 2017.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be compared to DeShone Kizer with absolutely anything in NFL circles. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy is a problem. Packers needed that win. They got that win. They didn't have Jacobs, and they still were able to run the ball effectively. Love was fine. They were able to be conservative because they didn't need to put a lot of points on the board, and they easily won that game and methodically won that game over Minnesota. But to me, Rick, I think the story of this is J.J. McCarthy. He's bad right now.
Bad may be an understatement. So I saw this morning. I don't know how familiar you are with in the weed stat like EPA and everything else, but so there's 852 quarterbacks that are qualified since 2000 for this number I'm about to give you. 852 for EPA per dropback. The only player that has a worse, so 852, is Jamarcus Russell. J.J. McCarthy is 851 of 852.
It's brutal.
That is not a name you want mentioned.
He's awful.
Dude,
and for his troubles, by the way, you know where he gets to go this coming week?
Detroit.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Vikings second half. They had 4 4 net yards and 3 turnovers in the second half.
It's a real problem.
That was their second half.
It's a real problem. And
that's not good.
That's a 14-win team from last season.
Yeah, with right there with the Lions, last game of the season to make it to 15.
Bears.
We'll
We'll
see. I just don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how.
You know.
You know.
RJ knows. Okay,
You know.
Moving along.
Bears beat the Steelers 31-28. Fourth straight win for Chicago, improves them to 8-3. Their best record through 11 since 2018, ties their longest win streak this season. Prior to this season, Bears hadn't won 4 straight since that season in 2018. They improved to 6-1 in 1-score games. Chicago, they get turnovers. 24 takeaways this season, most in the NFL, matches their total from all of last year. Aaron Rodgers was ruled out 2.5 hours before kickoff with that left wrist fracture. Mason Rudolph comes in, goes 24 of 31 for 171 and a touchdown, an interception, and a lost fumble. Congratulations to T.J. Watt, surpasses his brother J.J. on the all-time sacks list with 115. With the loss, the Steelers are tied with the Ravens for first in the AFC North at 6-5. They have not played each other yet this season. After Week 6, the Steelers had a 3.5-game lead in the division when they were 4-1 and the Ravens were 1-5.
I tried to tell you that this division was up for grabs. That interception, by the way, that you mentioned was unbelievable. It was a phenomenal pick. Rudolph was fine. I don't understand how the Bears continue to win these games. I don't, but good for them. I guess Ben Johnson is phenomenal, and he's doing a lot of good things with the offense, and they run the ball pretty effectively, and defensively they turn you over. And all that is a recipe to be sitting here at 8-3, but I don't know. I still look at them as kind of a paper tiger.
Well, listen, I mean, you can say what you want. Do you trust them? Maybe not.
No.
But they're 8-3.
They are?
I think they won 8 of the last 9 games. So, I mean, Caleb didn't get off to a great start, but eventually he figures it out. I don't love the decision to hold onto the ball in the end zone and get strip sacked by T.J. Watt for a touchdown. I don't love that decision, but I mean, you got to give them credit. You got to give Ben Johnson credit, man. I watch his post-game speeches. It seems like the team is fully bought into what he's doing, and how couldn't you be? They just keep finding ways to win football games. It really is. I mean, it really is impressive.
It is, and it doesn't really make sense, but good on them. And obviously, all this hubbub around him being a great coach was accurate because he's done a hell of a job with this.
Well, the thing is, too, is he's not Caleb Williams. I know he had the one play I just mentioned, but if your defense is doing such a good job turning the opponent over, giving you more opportunities, and then you're not turning the ball over, it's usually a good recipe to have success. And they got enough talent on the offensive side of the ball. Loveland's a good tight end.
He is.
They got a couple good wide receivers. They've been able to run the
Burden is starting to really make his mark, and DJ
Right, they've been
Moore
able to
is
run
pretty
the football.
good, and Roma Dunza. Yeah, they were smart. They built. I mean, they improved their offensive line tenfold. Like they knew that they had to try to make it work with Caleb Williams, and they've done everything in their power to make him successful.
Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20. New England has won 9 in a row. That's their longest win streak outside the Brady-Belichick era. Drake May, career-high 295 through the air. Hunter Henry catches for 115 and the lone Patriots offensive touchdown. So that's the good news. The bad news is that offensive line, you now can call it officially decimated. Left guard Jared Wilson was carted to the locker room in the first quarter with an ankle. Left tackle Will Campbell was carted off in the third with a knee injury. So entering Week 12, the Patriots started the same offensive line in 10 of 11 games. It's not going to be the case going forward, so protecting the blind side is going to be an issue for them. Joe Flacco, listen, decent run as the Bengals quarterback, fallen off a bit of late. Finishes with 183 through the air, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. It is a pick 6. That makes him the only quarterback in the league this year to throw multiple pick 6s on the season. So if things go according to plan, Joe Burrow will be back in the lineup Thursday against the Ravens.
Yeah, that was not a aesthetically pleasing game. Drake May, I thought, was very mediocre, although he did continue to find Hunter Henry over and over and over. And I think we've seen, Rick, a changing of the guard at running back for the Patriots because Stevenson was back and healthy, and Henderson had 18 carries. Stevenson had only 6. I think you've heard so much conversation about that's not a great football team and they've benefited from the schedule. I haven't really bought into that the entire time, but I think you now start to have that conversation because I didn't think they looked that good yesterday. They still win. They had that win in Buffalo, which was massive, but they've had a very, very fortunate schedule so far this season.
Right, which is fine, but they're still sitting here with 10 wins. I don't know how much of that was. Again, you saw the Ravens kind of go through it with the Jets. I don't know how much of that was hey, Joe Burrow's not playing. And I know the talk surrounding that whole game was Joe Burrow wants to be back, so he'll be back. But I had a hard time believing coming off a toe surgery they're going to throw him in, yesterday and then have him come back on Thanksgiving. Right? It sounds like he had always circled Thanksgiving, so why put him on a short week? So it sounds like he'll probably be back on Thanksgiving Day. But I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't think that Drake May looked great. Ends up having the pick 6. They got off to a slow start, and then they had a couple chances, to punch it home from the 1 yard line. They didn't do it.
And you figure any defense you'd be going up against, you figure you could punch it from the 1 yard line. It would be the Bengals, right?
Right. It happens twice. The second time they decide to kick the field goal, and then Cincinnati goes down and scores a touchdown. So I mean, I don't know how much of it was. It's Cincinnati. Their defense stinks. Joe Burrow's not playing, so maybe we kind of took the game a little bit lighter than we needed to, and at least we figured it out. But yeah, I mean, right now you can't argue with them sitting here 10-2.
Browns beat the Raiders 24-10. Congratulations to Shedeur Sanders. Wins his first career start. Goes 11 of 20 for 209 and his first career touchdown. First Browns QB to win his first career start since Eric Zaire in 1995. 42nd different Browns starting quarterback since the Browns came back into the league in 1999. 12 more than the next closest team, which is the Bears with 30. 18th of that group is Shedeur to make his first career start with the team and the first, as I said, to win his starting debut. That streak of 17 straight losses by the Browns, by their quarterbacks rather, that's 4 more than the next closest streak since 1950. Kevin Stefanski previously said Dylan Gabriel would start once he clears concussion protocol, but the Browns' pass game, big playability we haven't seen all season. On a more positive note for Cleveland, 3 sacks. Myles Garrett sets a single-season career high and a Browns franchise record with 18, surpasses the mark he set twice before. 18 is the second most through a player's first 11 games since sacks became official in 1982, when Reggie White had 19. Garrett has 14 sacks in his last 5 games, most by any player in a 5-game span since 82. The single-season record, as you know, is 22.5. Garrett has 6 more games to exceed that mark set by Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt. What is there to say about the Raiders? They fired Chip Kelly as OC after the game, 11 games into his tenure. They were last in points per game, 30th in yards per game, 31st in rush yards per game, 30th in offensive EPA, and 28th in red zone efficiency.
What a brutal offseason the Raiders had. They brought in Geno Smith. He's awful. They drafted Ashton Genty. I don't know if it's because he's not great or the offensive line is just awful, but he's not lived up to what you thought he would be. The offensive coordinator fired. Defensive coordinator gone. I mean, Pete Carroll, 2-9. They are an absolute disaster. That being said, Shedeur was much better in Week 2 than he was in Week 1. I think he was great, but he was serviceable. And that defense is fierce. They are awesome. It's really wasted on not having a team that's capable of winning games, because that defense is, I think, they're championship level. And Myles Garrett is at a different level than everyone in the NFL right now.
Right, but let's go back to the genesis of this whole problem for the Cleveland Browns. Was the $230 million guaranteed they paid to the quarterback that doesn't play. So you have, you up with 2 rookies.
But he was there yesterday, which is nice.
I know he was there. It looked like he was helping Shedeur out. I will say this. So, the one big play that ends up going for a touchdown was kind of a dump off, but that's fine. The throw he made rolling to his right.
That was a great throw.
To, I think it was Isaiah Bond, and then you saw the way that Myles Garrett reacted. I get the sense that the guys in that locker room want Shedeur Sanders to be their quarterback.
Well, he was asked after the game, Kevin Stefanski, who is your quarterback? And he said it remains to be seen. So that he won't commit. I don't know how you couldn't make it Shedeur. Now, I'm not saying Shedeur is going to be great or anything like that, but you win the game. The team clearly played well for him yesterday. I can't imagine you wouldn't start Shedeur coming up, but we'll see what Stefanski.
And I think the fan base wants to see him play.
Well, why would you not want to see him play?
Well, I just think,
Dylan Gabriel's awful.
Dylan Gabriel's not very good. I agree with you, but I also think that even for a person that's not a Cleveland Browns fan, it's because he is who he is, and because you've watched him play at Colorado and maybe you watched him play at Jackson State. I think the fan base wants to see him play, and I think the players want him to be their quarterback right now.
Well, I don't know why after the win. Again, was he great? No, but he was good enough to help them to a win, and he made a couple of good throws. Why wouldn't you start him again?
And Shedeur's using it all as motivation. He says people want to see him fail.
Everybody starts different places. Just because I didn't get the summer reps, just because I wasn't in the best situation, for me to be prepared to go out there and execute, like from a summer standpoint. That's how life is. You know, everybody's not in the best situation, you know, but it's no excuse. You got to go out there and perform. Like, there's no choice, there's no question. Nobody cares if this was 1 week of prep. Who cares, you know? So a lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't going to happen.
I like it. I like it a lot. Falcons 24, Saints 10. The loss snaps a 5-game losing streak for Atlanta after they started in 3-2. They won despite 9 accepted penalties and 82 penalty yards. Kirk Cousins goes for 199, 2 touchdowns and a pick. His best start since he had the Falcons at 6-3 last year. Saints looked inept in the red zone. No surprise there. Got to the Atlanta 1-yard line twice, came away with 3 points. Taysom Hill throws an incomplete pass on 4th and 1. On another play, the ball gets snapped over his head. He picks it up and throws it away, results in an intentional grounding and a field goal. Saints, this is their 9th time scoring fewer than 20 points this season. That leads the league. They fall to 2-9, their worst 11-game start since 1999.
Yeah, I don't have a lot on this game. This was a very tough game to watch. Kamara went out in this game. Atlanta, I can't believe that the Saints were favored in this game. They got beat up. They are not a very good football team. Atlanta's a much better team, even without Drake London, even without Michael Penix, and they showed that in the game yesterday.
This one annoyed me. This was one of those ones that annoyed me. I don't know how, because you just said it. Like how I'm sitting here, and maybe it's just because I thought Kirk Cousins was probably done, but that they were giving points. That Tyler Shuck and the Saints, even at home, were giving points.
Yeah.
And I didn't jump all over the Falcons. Idiot. Stupid decision by me. That's it, Ray. Move along. Let's go.
God bless you. The Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. Improved to 12-2 in road games under Mike McDonald, best in the NFL since 2024. Sam Darnold bounces back from that 4-game turnover streak, goes for 244, 2 passing touchdowns. The question I guess we got to ask now is, will Jackson Smith and Jigba break the NFL single-season receiving record? So Calvin Johnson owns the mark.
He is awesome.
1,964 yards back in 2012. Smith and Jigba on pace to top it. He's the NFL's leading receiver. He goes for 167 and 2 touchdowns. That breaks DK Metcalf's single-season team record of 1,303. Metcalf set that mark in the 16th and final game back in 2020. Again, this is game 11 for right now. So he has 1,313 yards, puts him on pace for over 2,000. He's also on pace to shatter his own club record of 100 catches, which he shares with Tyler Lockett. Cam Ward for Tennessee goes 28 of 42. Those are both career highs. 256 yards through the air, a passing touchdown, but was sacked 4 times. He's been sacked a league-high 45 times this year.
I felt so good about this game. I had Seattle minus 13.5.
Same.
They're rolling along. The game was over. All of a sudden, there's a long punt return. I look up. I'm like, where's this guy going? He scores for a punt return touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Then they go for it like the Jets, like in their own territory. I think it was a 13-point deficit at that time. Like, great. They won't get this. Seattle kick a field goal, go up 16. No, they pick up the 4th down. They go down the field. They score a touchdown. Unbelievable. The thing that's so wild to me about Jackson Smith and Jigba is that who's the other guy you need to stop? Like, Cooper Kupp is not Cooper Kupp anymore. Barner is whatever. Like, or they don't. I mean, it's supposed to be Shaheed, but he's almost non-functional in that offense right now. They only really have one massive weapon in the passing game, and still nobody can stop him. He is sensational right now. He really is.
I think you need to start putting some respect on this man's name. I think the Anita Njibas. I think we have to put that to rest.
We have to bury the Njibas.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been that good. He's a big
from
play
this
waiting to happen,
moment forward. He's now back to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Please.
Yeah, and I think, if you want to blame anyone for this, I would blame RJ. Because RJ has consistently bet against Tennessee and lost every time.
It's like,
thanks, RJ.
It's like the game starts when they know that they're up against the spread. They're like, all right, let's get down by, 14, 17,
like,
21.
RJ, how good were you feeling about this game? It's 23-6.
They mauled them. The game was over. And then they returned that punt. They're like, all right, here we go, boys.
Yep.
But they're not playing. It's like they know. They're in on the joke. They're not playing the game. They're playing the spread. That's the real game for them.
I love it.
Yeah. I love their one win.
I don't love it.
I love that over the Cardinals. That was a treat for
that
me.
Throw,
I mean, that game was great, but
that throw that Cam Ward made when he was sprinting to the sideline and threw it back across his body to the middle of the field.
Yep.
I mean, he has a couple of those this year where it's like, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You see it. He's
Now
got
I see
talent.
it.
There's no doubt about that.
Jaguars beat the Cardinals 27-24 in OT. Cam Little, his 5th game tying or go-ahead field goal in the final 2 minutes or OT in his career, ties with 4 other kickers for most in the league. Win's a win for Jacksonville, no matter how sloppy. Arizona drops their 3rd in a row and 8th in their last 9. Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdowns to tie his most in the game this year. Also throws 3 interceptions. That ties his season high. Is it time to take Duval seriously in the AFC South?
No.
Indy's loss cuts the AFC South lead to 1 game over Jacksonville.
You can't trust Trevor Lawrence. You can't trust him.
Well, here's the thing. The 2 meet up in Week 14 in Duval, where Indianapolis has not won since 2014.
I'll take
Indianapolis.
I'll take
Indy
Indy
a better
right now.
football team.
Yeah,
they're just a better football team. I don't trust the Jaguars. He's done a good job with that team, but I mean, you're lucky you're playing the Cardinals yesterday, because every time you look up, the guy's throwing another interception deep in his own territory. So I maybe you guys do, and that's fine. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence as far as I could throw him.
No, I do not trust him at all. I don't know why I picked him. I'm disgusted by it. Just makes bad decisions. I mean, to the point where
what
the
did
coach
you go,
like,
0-1-2 yesterday?
0-1-2, where the coach is like, I don't know what the hell is happening. And then we decide not to kick the field goal, which is awesome. And then did you see, now again, there are certain things that players do in all sports that just seem like the dumbest thing you could possibly. Did you watch as they're going down the field, Michael Wilson makes the big play and then decides as to
celebrate,
to spin the football?
They have no timeouts. They're running out of time. And because of that, they were only able to get 1 playoff from the 11-yard line.
Yeah.
At the end, which benefited you. But, it's amazing. It's unbelievable how dumb some of these guys are.
It's unbelievable, really. No concept of what's actually going on.
I mean, it's the heat of the game. There's seconds left. You make a great catch. You're in position to win it right there in regulation. And his first thought is, let me take the ball, run into the end zone, mind you, and spin the football.
But no, he actually had to go chase the football. It spun itself into the end. He had to go chase it back down to get it.
It's really what a treat.
What can I say? Special.
And by the way, we talk about this coaching all the time.
Mm-hmm.
In that game, the Cardinals, they were down by 3. They had 3 timeouts left. They decide to go for it deep in their own territory. And then Jacksonville gets the ball. They have a 4th and 2. They could have kicked the field goal to go up 6. They go for it. I mean, I don't care what the analytics say. Some of these coaches don't understand.
Well, and it wouldn't have mattered. That was the play where Patrick was running wide open down the sideline like a wheel route and he didn't turn around?
Yeah, and he just ran right past it.
Right past it. But there was an illegal. It wouldn't have mattered. It was an illegal formation anyway.
That's right.
Put me up 6. That's all I need. Just put me up 6.
But even forget about the spread. They had no timeouts. You go up 6 in that situation.
Right. You would think. With how much time up? That was 1:44 left. Yeah.
But with no timeouts, you can't. All right, so now they're going to have to go 70 yards in 1:44, no timeouts. They're probably not going to do that.
Probably, you'd like to believe so. Yeah.
Spoke about that Colts loss. That was to the Chiefs, 23-20 in OT. Kansas City comes back after trailing 20-9 at the start of the 4th. First time Kansas City has come back from double digit in the 4th quarter since the Super Bowl against the 49ers back in 2019, where they trailed 20-10. I'm sorry, RJ.
Good for them.
Finally, in their 6th attempt of the season, they win a 1-score game after going 12-0 last year. The 11-point comeback, 4th largest 4th quarter comeback in Pat Mahomes' career, entered the day 0-6, including the playoffs, when trailing by 11 or more in the final quarter. Prior to Sunday, Chiefs' biggest comeback was a 7-point deficit in the 1st quarter against the Ravens back in Week 4. What went wrong for the Colts? 18 yards of offense during the 4th quarter in OT, failed to record a first down. Those 11 yards were their fewest in any quarter this season. Daniel Jones went 3 of 9 for 17 yards in the 4th quarter in OT, could not complete any pass downfield, went 0 for 3 on passes thrown more than 5 air yards. Jonathan Taylor, 16 carries for 58 yards. The Colts produced just 5 combined first downs in the second half in OT. They were 2 of 8 on 3rd down, and their last first down of the game came with 2:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Chiefs had a lot of offense yesterday. They had, 500 yards of offense in that game yesterday. Daniel Jones, the clock struck midnight for him. He was really bad in the second half, 4th quarter, overtime. So, I don't know. I mean, Colts had a double-digit lead, felt very Giants-like. They should have closed that game out. They couldn't get it done. They get the touchdown. They get the 2. Colts are lucky they didn't lose in regulation because the Chiefs got down to the 1-yard line, and then they backed up from there. But That's a massive win for Kansas City. They lose that game, and it's probably very difficult to see them going into the postseason. Now they've righted the ship, and it's hard to bet against them as they start their journey towards the postseason.
Right, but wasn't that one of the reasons why you felt comfortable laying the 3.5? Right, like, I mean, for what you've seen from the Kansas City Chiefs, like outside of they're at home, obviously, which is an important thing, but it's their season, right? Like, I mean, the Colts are 8-2 going into that game. If they lose, they're still going to win the division. They'll be 8-3. But the sense of urgency and desperation you were going to see from Kansas City.
But you didn't see that sense of urgency until they were down 29, and they were like, all right, guys, now we have to. And they did.
It doesn't help when, I mean, you turn it over again and it ends up in your end zone again,
right.
Which isn't great.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, when Mahomes gets picked off at the goal line, all of a sudden, right, you're behind the 8 ball. But, yeah, Kansas City was better, but Indianapolis still had a massive chance to win that game.
I'll say this, and you guys can tell me if you agree or disagree, because they decided for whatever reason they were going to go away from Jonathan Taylor, which I feel like is a big mistake, and they couldn't pick up a first down, a couple 3-and-outs and everything else. Jonathan Taylor is the most it's not Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is fine. Jonathan Taylor is the engine of that offense.
Oh, I don't even think
it's a question.
There's a debate.
Yeah,
they go as far as Jonathan Taylor will take them.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones he's probably better than average, but this idea MVP and he's special and he's great, and the Giants didn't know what they were doing. I don't think that's true whatsoever.
No, like if you're Andy Reid, listen, let's shut down Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
And if for whatever reason Daniel Jones dices us up, then we can live with it.
Yeah, so be it. And then in the end of the game, he completely collapsed.
Cowboys beat the Eagles 24-21. Looked like it was going to be a beatdown. Dallas down 21-0 early in the second quarter. Comeback matches the biggest in franchise history for Dallas. For the Eagles, it's tied with the loss to the Buccaneers in 2003 for the largest blown lead, and a loss by a defending Super Bowl champion in NFL history. Eagles' largest blown lead since 1999. Second time they've blown a 14-plus point lead this season when they lost to Denver, and they're the only team to have 2 such games this year. Cowboys defense made stops on 8 consecutive drives after letting touchdowns on the first 3. CeeDee Lamb, he's got a little bit of a problem right now. 3 more drops after having 4 in the first Eagles game. He's got 8 total drops on the season, so 7 out of 8 for those of you doing math at home. Dak Prescott passes Tony Romo as the Cowboys' all-time leading passer. Also, his 19th consecutive home win versus a division opponent, second longest by a starting QB since the merger. Tom Brady had 20 from 07-14. Congratulations to Dak. Cowboys play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
Congratulations to you, Ray. I know you desperately wanted that victory. And,
You've got
the
no
Cowboys
idea.
Came out. What'd you say?
You got no idea.
Yeah, I know.
No
I
idea.
know you desperately wanted that game. The Cowboys came out and looked awful. They're fumbling the ball without being touched. They're committing penalties. They're missing field goals. They looked awful. And then their defense turned it on, and their defense is clearly better, right? Say what you want. It may not be great yet, but it's clearly better. Here's the thing. Philadelphia can't run the football. They can't run. Saquon.
The Saquon fumble.
He had that big fumble. They had the fumble on the punt return.
Well, okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
You guys all know who that was, right?
Elijah. Oh, it was Gibson. It was Gibson. Yeah.
The former Jet,
Yes.
Xavier Gibson.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why, and why is the Jet?
Let's
why is
catch
he
it on
an
the
Eagle now?
one.
Why is
on the
he
one?
an Eagle now?
Right.
Why is he
never
an
learns
Eagle now?
that guy.
So there you go.
I almost honestly, I almost had I had no idea. Did he just catch that at the 1 yard line? And then, that's Gibson.
I mean, it didn't end because they couldn't punch it in for some reason.
They
They
almost
went
got
for
killed.
a 4th down.
Well,
But,
because CD dropped it, and then they decided to go short of the end zone on the 4th down.
Wasn't great. Wasn't great
great.
decision making.
But you got the stop, and then you got the ball back, and you went down and you kicked that game.
You talked about the defense being better. I got to say, Quinnen Williams has been a difference maker, from the jump.
Of course he has.
But massively,
massively. Now he's motivated. Now he cares about football again. He wasn't playing like this with the Jets.
I mean, your team. I mean, he's a Dallas Cowboy.
Well, he's reunited with Aaron Whitecotton too. He's happy to be back with him.
I don't know who Aaron Whitecott is.
Aaron Whitecotton.
I don't know who Aaron Whitecotton is.
The defensive line coach, former Salah guy.
No idea.
No, okay.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad they're reunited.
Listen, regardless, the Eagles' offense, once they went up 21, did absolutely nothing. Zero.
Yep.
And
I picked the Cowboys, and B, I didn't want the Eagles to walk to that 1 seed, so I'm very, very pleased that the Cowboys won that game.
David, anything, 8:26? I'm sure he'll be listening at some point today, if not live. Anything you'd like to say to Rob? giant Eagles fan who was doing a lot of mocking of the Cowboys when they were up when they were down 21.
Oh, I'm sure
right?
he was. They all were. They all were.
No, I think you should really give Ray the floor. I mean, I don't care.
I don't know what Rob was saying, so I can't speak to any of that. But listen, I was told this was going to be the Jalen Carter revenge game. I don't know what revenge for what. I mean, you got ejected because you spit on Dak Prescott, buddy. And I saw the stat line, bunch of zeros. Anyway.
Look at you.
Rams.
You know what, Ray? You're a great peacock. You know that?
Rams beat the hell out of the Buccaneers on Sunday Night Football, 34-7. Matt Stafford, 3 passing touchdowns, all in the first half. He's now thrown 27 since his last interception back in Week 3, the most consecutive pass touchdowns without an INT since play-by-play was first tracked back in 1978. That passes Tom Brady's 25 back in 2010. You want the odds-on favorite now to win the MVP, Dave?
Oh, it's got to be
the ESPN bet? Yeah. Matthew Stafford at minus 185. Drake May plus 225. Jonathan Taylor all the way down to plus 2,000. Allen and Mahomes tied for plus 2,500. Baker Mayfield knocked out with a left shoulder sprain in the second quarter.
He's the best quarterback in football right now. He's playing at an unbelievable level. And, I mean, the weapons they have. Devontae Adams all of a sudden is Devontae Adams again. Isn't it amazing when players leave these teams, they all of a sudden become those players again? He's awesome. Nakua's awesome. Kyron Williams is really good. Their offensive line is great. Their defense is very good. They have an elite head coach. This may be the most dominant team in football, bar none right now. And they abused Tampa Bay last night. They just abused them.
It feels like they're probably the most well-rounded team.
I think so.
Right?
I think
Just
so.
because,
I think Seattle is a very well-rounded team as well. But I think this is probably the most well-rounded team.
Okay, but I mean, who do you trust? You just watched it. You trust
I agree.
Stafford or do you trust Darnold? I mean, that's it. Like, you got, like, tell me, like, point to the one thing that you could say, well, this could hold them back. Outside of Stafford's health, right? He's healthy the way he's playing.
Health would be the only thing right now.
You got the coach, you got the quarterback, you mentioned the running back, the weapons, Nakua, like, defensive side of the ball, defensive line, you name it. I mean, with Matthew Stafford playing the way he's playing in concert with the kind of coach that Sean McVay is with the weapons, I mean, I didn't expect Tampa to look like that last night.
No, they got run out of the building. I mean, the game is over at halftime.
Right.
They're showing the Aaron Donald bobblehead. As in the third quarter.
Aaron Donald is a monster still, by the way.
He's a monster.
Dude, I was watching him the other day. He's dumbbell benching
100-pound dumbbells?
No, those are 150s.
Those are 150s. Never mind, yeah.
Yeah, 100, 160s.
I didn't know they came in 150.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. Monday Night Football, Panthers at the Niners, 8:15 ESPN. With the Bucs loss, Panthers win would give Carolina the outright lead in the NFC South for the first time since 2021. Niners favored by 7 points.
Well, all I can say is go at least cover for the Panthers, if not outright win, because I could use San Francisco losing for my survivor pool.
And we've now gone around the league.
And what did RJ said? RJ said no chance.
Yeah, no chance. RJ is bullish, very bullish on his team tonight.
And you would think that he'd be rooting for like a smaller quarterback. You know what I mean? Like Bryce Young would be like his guy. Like us small guys can do it. No.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's worried about the small people. I think he's more concerned about his Niners people. Before we break and get involved with the frenzy, 800-919-3776, you want to tell me about parlaying Thanksgiving, all sorts of goodness like that?
I got some exciting news for you. You're going to love this. This is a special little treat. It really is. It includes, it's like getting the friends together, right? So this Thanksgiving, FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football's better when it's played and bet together, and it's to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So what you do is you grab your crew, start your build, and get in the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
All right, it's frenzy time. 800-919-3776. On Twitter, at Rothenberg ESPN. On YouTube, in the chat. Ray will be all over that. 3 different ways to get involved, but get involved, you need to. 800-919-3776. DNR with you. Frenzy next, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Thanksgiving week Monday, and she's back, and she is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Let's get started this busy Thanksgiving week. Let's go out to the Throgs Neck Bridge, bumper-to-bumper traffic into Queens. It's an accident being cleared. We're still seeing delays. Whitestone Bridge, Queens bound as well. Watch for slowdowns on the Cross Island South at Linden Boulevard. It's an accident, one lane blocked. Inbound George Washington Bridge, 30, Lincoln 35, Holland 45, 1 and 9 South at Stiles Street in Linden. It's a collision sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE, back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds. Starting at $25 a month, call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. We have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's
kit.
a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
It's time for a frenzy. A football frenzy.
You could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
A football frenzy. Any team, any player, any question.
All right, it is time for a Monday frenzy after the full weekend of games right before Thanksgiving. This is about as good as it gets. But here's the problem, Rick. I have a real issue on my hands right now.
We don't have the full phone lines.
We don't have the full phone bank all lit up, and I refuse to start the frenzy until, at a minimum, they're all green. They don't have to be screened, but they have to be green. So we implore 800-919-3776. It's very important to get involved.
All right, quick question now while we're waiting for the phone lines to populate. Is that what they call it in the business?
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Right now, according to ESPN, chances to reach the Super Bowl, 5 teams. Tell me who's number one on the list.
You have the top 5 in front of you?
I got the top 5 sitting right in front of me.
To win this, it's got to be the Rams.
Rams, number 1. That is correct.
Yeah, it has to be.
Any idea who number 2 is?
I would say the Eagles.
That is correct.
Really?
Yep.
How about that?
You're good. You're really
and then I think you probably have some AFC teams in there.
The next 3 are AFC.
Yeah. I'd say Denver, New England, and...
Nope.
Oh, wow.
No New England.
I'm cheating because I knew the list ahead of time.
Kansas City?
Yep.
Kansas City's 5.
And Denver's not on there?
Denver's on there. I said no New England.
New England's not top 5?
Nope.
Even though right now they're the number 1 seed in the AFC?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That offensive line thing is going to hurt them.
It's not Buffalo, is it?
Nope. Your favorite you're a former quarterback.
Oh, the Colts?
Colts.
The Colts are not winning the Super Bowl.
Just telling you what the percentages said.
All right, phone lines are populated. You ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's start at the top. Raymond, you monitor the YouTube. Jeff, Howard Beach. Jeff, Frenzy, go.
Thinking Miami would win 10 games before the season, I bet a Giant and Jets fan that they would win more games than both of them combined. You think I still got a shot, guys? Thanks.
No, I think it's unlikely. You could. They're at 4. The Jets have 2. The Giants have 2, so they're tied. I mean, unfortunately, the Giants have some winnable games, and the Jets have some winnable games, too. Like, the Jets still have Miami. They still have Atlanta. They still have New Orleans. So, no, I don't think so. But it'll be interesting to see with Miami, Rick, because they do have some winnable games down the stretch here.
Well, Miami's got the Saints coming out of their bye, excuse me. Then they got the Jets, so that's a big one for his bet. And then they got Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Tampa, and New England. So maybe would you say get to 7? They get to 7?
Maybe.
So that means the Jets and Giants have to win at least 3
at least
combined.
7 or 8, which they could. I mean, right now, Giants. Do you think they win in the Raiders? At the Raiders?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the Giants beat the Vikings?
Well, the way that J.J. McCarthy's playing, yeah.
They could beat Washington, right?
I guess they get to what happens.
So
with
I don't want them, but I think these are possibilities. Vinny Merrick. Vinny, you're on the frenzy. Go.
In effort to avoid paying another quarterback not on the Jets roster next season, any chance to keep Justin Fields in a Taysom Hill type of role?
No, I don't think so.
No.
And we talked to Rich on Friday, and he said he thinks that this is probably the end of Justin Fields. With the Jets.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, you're paying Justin Fields, right? Like you've already paid him. You guaranteed him $30 million. You paid him.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's not starting yesterday. We don't think that even not starting, it would be smart because we are like Aaron Glenn's trying to prove like he can win football games. That we wouldn't have him ready just maybe for certain situations where his ability to run the
for a
football,
package, absolutely.
like a third down or
or like a goal line kind of thing,
something like that.
I totally agree with that. Serge Vival wants to know: Cuddle, marry, trash, coach of the year. Ben Johnson, Mike Vrabel, Sean McVay. I'm going to marry Sean McVay.
Yeah, marry McVay, cuddle Vrabel, trash McDermott.
No, Ben Johnson.
Oh. Why did I hear McDermott for some reason?
I don't know. I'm going to marry McVay. I'm going to cuddle Ben Johnson. I'm going to trash Mike Vrabel.
How are you trashing Mike Vrabel?
Well, somebody has to be trashed.
Yeah, 10-2.
Oh, so you want to trash Ben Johnson, who's 8-3?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to try, you said someone's going to get trashed. Vrabel's already had success in the NFL.
I don't know why you're going to jump me for my opinion.
I feel like there's only one opinion, though.
Well, no,
McVay,
Vrabel. Have
Vrabel,
an opinion.
McVay, Vrabel, Johnson.
Okay. Raymond, you said you got something over there on YouTube.
Sure, how about that? CDB0001 asks, are the Bears paper tigers?
Mm-hmm.
I think Dave's already said that verbatim.
Yes. I absolutely think that
Well, I think we all recognize how Dave feels about Caleb Williams. I think he's a little off base with it.
You know what? For those that didn't hear it the first 45 times I've said it, let me repeat it one more time. He stinks. He's terrible. This guy's not a playoff caliber quarterback. He's not going to be
Caleb Williams, during the course of the Bears' 4-game winning streak, has thrown for almost 1,000 yards, has rushed for 163, thrown 8 touchdowns, and then picked off 0.
He's athletic. I'll give you that. And he's very elusive. I'll give him that. But even yesterday, he wasn't great.
All right, let's go.
Look at his numbers. 19 to 35? Come on. Oh, let's go Corey Greenwich. Corey, you're on the frenzy.
Has the Vikings emerged a top landing spot for Kyle Murray? Could he be?
I don't know how you can do that. How can you move on from J.J. McCarthy when he was a top 10 pick after half of his season?
You just had Sam Darnold, then you had Daniel Jones. You're going to go, you chose J.J. McCarthy, then you're going to go to Kyler Murray?
No. I mean, why would you want Kyler Murray? You going to spend that kind of money on Kyler Murray now?
No.
That's crazy. Tony Westchester. Tony, frenzy.
Real quick before I say Coach of the Year is Kyle Shanahan. It's not even close. If you,
I gave him enough time.
You know what? I wasn't going to do that, Ray, but I'm pleased that you did. Because he just thinks that the frenzy
sidetrack yourself.
His own playground.
It's one thing to sidetrack yourself. It's another thing to then do that and then take 2 seconds and go,
It's the week of Thanksgiving, you animals.
I didn't do it. I was going to let him go.
Get the
I lead with generosity is what I do.
Get the tryptophan
That's right.
going.
I lead with generosity. I would have let him just go out there and spat out his nonsense. But Raymond, he's here for mankind. Danny, Connecticut. Danny, you're on the frenzy.
Since Caleb Williams is terrible, who wins the NFC North, Packers or Lions?
Oof. We were just talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah. I got to tell you, something seems very off with the Lions right now. I would say the Packers. Big game. By the way, there's some massive games on Thanksgiving. This is not like, oh, there's football and I watch it because it's football.
Oh, you got Packers-Lions.
Packers-Lions, Cowboys-Chiefs. Stop.
Yeah, that's a big one for them. I mean, they got Green Bay on Thanksgiving, then they got Dallas. They're at the Rams. Minnesota they'll beat. They got Pittsburgh at home. And then they got the Bears. They're at Chicago to finish it. Chicago's schedule is definitely harder than I think that Green Bay.
Chicago only has one definitive win remaining on their schedule, and that's Cleveland. Okay?
That's not like Green Bay's schedule is much easier either, though.
I think Green Bay's better than Chicago.
Well, Green Bay plays Chicago 2 more times, so that's to their benefit. They got
not 2 more, 2 times.
2 times, yeah, 2 times, and then they got Baltimore. They're at Denver. That's a tough game, and then they finish off at Minnesota.
I'm not all in on this Baltimore. I mean, they're going to win the division just because they can't help but win the division, but I don't look at them as a threat to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't think this version of Lamar, no.
No, Lamar is nowhere near
Well,
healthy.
I mean, how many times have we talked about it, though? I mean, Lamar wins MVPs. He's awesome. Should have probably won the MVP last season, but then you get to the postseason and you don't get that version. Right, so this version isn't even close to that.
No, this is nothing like that. This is a completely watered-down Lamar. All right, Ray, finish it off. You got a good one?
Sure. Well, I don't know if it's good. You have to tell me. Jimmy asks, do the Raiders move on from Pete Carroll after 1 season?
I don't think so. But it's been a train wreck.
It's been awful.
It's a train wreck. Wow.
Yeah, it's been really, really bad.
I didn't worse than any of us thought. But you think they move on from him? I don't think so.
I mean, it depends on what the other options are going to be. I mean, he's not young.
He's not young, and I can't imagine that good coaches are lining up to be the Raiders head coach.
All right, doesn't feel like he's done a good job of setting this new culture, this new foundation moving forward yet.
No, really, really bad. All right, so let's blow this one dead. That was nice frenzy. If the guys will allow a frenzy on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, we'll do one on Wednesday, but I don't know what's allowed and what's not. Let's break, come back, and let's discuss an injury which maybe you didn't realize would be such a big deal, but may wind up being a big deal. We'll get to that next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their saving. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711, MSRP $31,070, 0 security deposit, ends 12/1/25.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown! Yes!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So, did you watch a lot of? I mean, I watched a lot of sports this weekend. A lot.
Yeah, I mean,
probably too much though.
Yeah, but I think you border on maybe just the oversaturation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, Sherry Saturday night, she walks into the TV room. She's like, "Are we going to do anything this weekend?" I was like, "No, I don't think so."
See, that's not fair to Sherry though, because you're checked out on a Sunday. At least give her a show on Saturday.
Yeah, but you got all this college basketball.
Oh, stop!
I love the college. I'm sorry, I will not stop with the college basketball.
Right, but you got 7 TVs, man. Just give me the main TV for one show. You still she's not participating in your show watching the entire week. Give her one show on a Saturday night.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't think it's probably.
We did play a good game of Rummy 500 on Saturday night, though.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
Well, I mean, we enjoy cards and we played. And here's the problem: she's really, really good.
Right? She smashes you.
So she crushed me.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, if she came in and asked, that means that she wanted to watch something. They should have given her a little taste.
Well, then she should say, I really want to watch a show.
No, but that's not happening.
Well, we played cards.
I think you could have done both.
I would have done both. Saturday was not a great night. Once the Knicks lost and they got crushed by Orlando, and I told you I didn't want to see them get crushed by Orlando. That happened again.
Well, who wanted to see them get crushed by Orlando?
No, but you know what? I said this is an important game. I want to see something. Oh, yeah, who cares? Just set up for the playoffs.
I didn't say that. I didn't say who cares.
All right.
I absolutely didn't say who cares. Yeah.
And now Shamet is hurt.
Yeah, Shamet's hurt. I mean, Wagner just scored again. Can't slow him down.
They can't stop him to save their lives.
They can't stop him. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Good. God knows how bad it would have gotten had they had Banchero in that game. Thank God they didn't have him.
It was the second game they really haven't had him in it. Like they lost him after a quarter, the first one.
And they destroyed the Knicks in that game.
Right.
Wagner did anything he wanted to do in that contest.
Suggs. Yeah, wasn't good.
Yeah, Suggs very athletic. Bane. Orlando. I don't know if you feel like this. Orlando scares me.
Orlando could be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it.
But now they don't have Shamet. Now, again, to not have Shamet, I don't think is the end of the world. But now you don't have OG. Now you don't have Shamet. And now you're missing two legitimate pieces of your rotation.
Testing your depth early. That's for sure. Yeah, but listen, I mean, again, I told you, am I going to go crazy? No, I don't say I'll go crazy. It's not what you want, obviously. I mean, that goes without saying. I don't think that was you just breaking ground where it's like, I didn't want to see them get killed. No one wanted to see them get killed by Orlando.
I understand that, but that game, I looked at that game as kind of litmus testy kind of a game,
I'm with
and
you.
You failed that again.
Right, I'm with you with that, though. But, I mean, it kind of went back to what we were talking about. Just like, I mean, there are certain teams that you would point to. I think Orlando's going to be one of those teams. I think that Detroit's going to be one of those teams. Cleveland's one of those teams. Like, where's the roadblock? Which team has the potential to trip us up?
Right.
And right now, you'd probably put Orlando at the top of that list after watching them play them twice.
I mean, yes. I mean, you don't match up well with them. They're physical. They're tough. They play good defense. They rebound. And this is without Banchero that they've taken you to task a couple times now.
That's right.
So I feel great about that. Now you don't have Shamet. He's separated his shoulder.
Right. So, again, that's the reality of the season, though, is that you're going to deal with injuries.
I get it.
And it's hopefully you have enough depth to deal with it.
I get it. But and I know it's a long season. I know you can't freak out over regular season games, but I mean, now you don't have OG, and he's maybe your most complete player. And now you're not going to have Shamet for a little bit of time.
I don't even think that's maybe. OG's your most complete player.
Right. Okay. So, and you're not going to have him for a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately, you have the Nets tonight, so that should be nice and
better be
and easy.
It better be. That better be one of those. Yeah, no worries. It's the Nets.
It should be,
especially after getting beat up by Orlando. Right? Like, the perfect spot.
Well, wouldn't you assume that tonight in Brooklyn that you would take them to task?
I don't even want to assume. I want to turn on the television and just, right from the start of this game.
Right, like 11-2 and then just take it from there.
Yes, that they have no chance against us.
You see who's playing well in the Eastern Conference, by the way?
NBA. Who's playing well in the Eastern Conference right now, currently?
Yeah, playing very good basketball.
Very good basketball right now. I will say the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, that's
good basketball.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Toronto they're rolling along now.
Yeah, look at what Detroit's doing right now.
Well, I know. Well, Detroit right now is. I mean, they're going to run away and hide with the Eastern Conference.
Detroit.
I'm serious.
You might not be wrong. I mean, they've only lost 2 games, and then on the other side of it, in the West, OKC's an absolute wagon.
Well, yeah, but you knew that. You knew that. You knew OKC was a wagon. Do you watch Shea every night? The guy's unbelievable.
He's phenomenal. Does everything.
He does everything. He doesn't even. They don't even tax him with minutes that much. And every night, 35, 37, 40. He is sensational.
Oh, he's the MVP, man.
But I knew they were going to be that team in the Western Conference. I didn't know that they'd be sitting here.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, to their credit, though. Like, I mean, we hear it all the time.
17-1.
Right, but why teams don't? I mean, why teams have a hard time repeating? Right, it's usually like there is there's kind of some complacency. We just won. Like, it's hard to get yourself back up, especially for the regular season. Like, the expectation is OKC would be back, but hey, maybe, you celebrate the championship too much. Maybe you don't do all the right things. There's a lot of different commitments because you're a champion. Nope. 17-1. Dang, we're back.
17-1. I mean, At what point do you think we start having the 73-9 conversation?
It's probably a little premature now.
No, I get that, but 17-1 is.
I think it depends. It's going to depend on injuries.
And it's going to depend if they care to get that, too.
That's what it's going to come down to. I
Yeah.
think the closer you get to it, if it stays the way it's staying right now and they just continue to win, then they're like, well, why wouldn't we? It doesn't have to be the folk. It wasn't our goal going in, but, I mean, we're in the midst of this. We've put ourselves in a position to go do it. Why don't we just let's go do it?
Let's go for it. Because, I mean, yes, a championship is unbelievable. A championship when you've won the most games in the history of the NBA, that's a different level, right?
Well, now you're talking about, I mean, where do we stack up as one of the great teams of all time?
I agree. All right, let's break. We'll come back and, oh, gosh darn it, we're lucky to have the New York football we do. We'll get back into the Giants and the Jets, the treat that keeps on giving. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Listen up, football fans. You ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry, banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Aaron Glenn's going to be here.
This is his team. It's clear. He runs the franchise right now. I don't know how great I feel about that.
Once we're able to continue to get our offense going, our defense going, and once we get that mental toughness, we'll be a tough team to beat.
Offense and our defense and our mental toughness, we're going to be a real problem for teams around the league.
Real problem. Watch out, NFL.
That's a great
Here come the Jets.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
You think to yourself, why would Raymond be playing goodbye to you? Jazz hands, everybody. Big news, jazz hands.
Is this jazz hands?
What'd you say?
Is this jazz hands?
Big news, jazz hands. Yeah,
this shaking him.
Yeah, that's jazz hands.
Okay.
That's right. The Giants have fired, per Adam Schefter, defensive coordinator Shane Bowen. Goodbye to you, sir.
It's about time.
What were they waiting for?
That's a great question. I don't know what Brian Daboll was waiting for. I don't know what Kafka was waiting for. But, again, I said this to you last week or whenever it was when Kafka took over. I just don't know how you expect it to change, because Kafka's not a defensive guy. He's an offensive guy, and his focus is going to be on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, I guess also, setting the tone for, the week and practice and expectations and everything else. But if Shane Bowen's still going to be the defensive coordinator, why am I going to believe that, you're going to be able to close out games defensively? You're going to be able to stop the run. It's going to be more of the same. Like, Kafka's not going to come over to that side of the ball and change things. It's still going to be Shane Bowen's, his side.
Yeah, he's terrible. I mean, Shane Bowen did. I'm sorry, and I know that people have made excuses and the talent, whatever. I mean, this guy's been awful. How is he able to stay employed for so long?
Yeah, I don't get it. Outside of the fact that I guess that hopefully we get Jordan on, is that Daboll didn't want to fire him because of the potential to get a job somewhere else, and he didn't want to be known as the head coach that was just firing, point and blame.
Yeah, but this one made sense.
Coaches. Of course, it made sense.
This one made sense. He was awful. The Giants' defense. I mean, they spent more money on their defense than they do their offense, and the defense was just getting worse.
Yeah, right. Again, I mean, you're just seeing more of the same. It's offense, again, finds ways. Guys step up. Wandale stepped up. Theo Johnson stepped up. Jameis played pretty well. Had the pick, missed Wandale in overtime, wide open, but still, the offense was able to go out and do what you hoped it would do. And then again, dude, I saw the stat this morning. The Giants are the only team to lose when having 500 or more yards of offense. They've done it twice.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the NFL 7-0. They haven't lost like that. Giants have done it twice already.
Well, Field Yates just put this out. The Giants have blown 5 fourth-quarter leads of 10 or more points this season, tied for the most in a single season in NFL history. They're doing things we've never seen before in the NFL.
Yeah, well, because, again, I mean, I think that, for me, it's pretty clear that Joe Shane has talked ownership into, we have enough talent, we should be better. Especially, I would imagine, on the defensive side of the ball. Because right now, with no Malik Neighbors and no Cam Scatterboy, you can't tell me that there's a ton of talent offensively.
No, but the offense is not the problem.
And yet, they've still managed to make it work. But the defensive side of the ball, with the amount of money, right? I mean, draft equity that you put into it, and I know some of those draft picks aren't great draft picks now. Still, it's got to be better than this.
Oh,
and then on top of it,
is disgusting. You're allowing more yards per carry than any team in the Super Bowl era, Rick.
I recognize that. Yeah, I mean,
so you can't stop the run. And where do you have on your defense, your vaunted defense? Where do you have invested the most money? At what group?
Your
defensive line.
Yep.
And I know Thibodeau didn't play yesterday, but that's disgusting.
Well, it doesn't matter though. I mean, outside of Brian Burns, who on the defensive line, Dexter's not had a good season. Abdul Carter's has underachieved for the expectations. So yeah, I'm with you. I mean, Gibbs was 15 yards a carry yesterday almost?
Yeah, he had 15 yards of carry.
15 yards of carry.
It's not like he had 4 carries for 60 yards. I mean, carried the ball a ton.
15 carries for almost 220 yards, yeah.
Right. He did whatever he wanted. This is you know what the only thing you would say is, why did it take this long? Like, how could you have taken this long? The guy was a disaster.
Dude, that is the most, honestly, I was talking to Cassie's dad about this yesterday because we're going back and forth. And you'd actually like watching football with him. It's funny. How did Brian Daboll make some of the decisions that Brian Daboll made? Right? Like, I mean, there was supposed to be this sense of urgency, desperation, to the point where you thought that he was putting Jackson Dart in harm's way. Like, that's how much he wanted to save his job. And yet you would make the decision to have Russell Wilson play and then back up and keep Shane Bowen around? What are you, nuts?
Right. And you can't give them the benefit of the doubt because they don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you think about this. Daboll, he went with Russell Wilson as the starting quarterback to begin the season, and then he was allowed to be the backup quarterback? He's dreadful.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, listen, if there was a conversation, here's why Russ came to the Giants, because he would start, and then whenever Jackson Dart was ready to take over, he would take over. That's fine, right? And he had the good game against Dallas, and then it was pretty clear. Like, we're not going to go to Jameis. Jackson's ready. Let's go to Jackson. And boom, he hits the ground running. You beat the Chargers. That's awesome. I mean, after that. Like, that's even worse. You can sit here. I know it's easy to say now, why didn't Jameis start game one? But I think that was probably, like, part of the negotiations coming in. Russ, you'll be our starter. Right, it's the stability, the whole thing. But how the hell you stuck with him as your backup, knowing Jackson gets banged up every game?
Right. It makes no sense. I mean, look at Jameis Winston. The guy, he's not, and I know that he makes a lot of mistakes, but he's
a much better quarterback right now than Russell Wilson is.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
like,
much
say
better
what
than
you
Russell
want.
Wilson
Like
is right now.
he's dynamic. Guys play for him. He's a leader. He has a good arm. He hits open receivers for the most part. Like, he's a very competent NFL quarterback. And to think for a sec, I mean, you saw Russell Wilson. He couldn't throw the football.
It's not the same. It's not the same guy.
No, it's not. It's not the same guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who was responsible for those decisions. But if that was Brian Daboll, it's no surprise that he's now unemployed. Because
I mean,
those
we
are bad
knew that
decisions.
Shane Bowen. That's the thing. It's so bad. You knew Shane Bowen was going to be gone at the end of the season. You couldn't even wait to the end of the season.
Well, but again, I mean, the reason why you didn't wait till the end of the season to fire Brian Daboll was, I think probably a little bit because Jackson Dart got hurt. They weren't winning. But I also think it's because they thought that Kafka could be maybe the next head coach. It's not fair to Mike Kafka. Like, there's not one or two games left.
No, and I'm sure Kafka was told you're allowed to make whatever changes you want now. And after that disaster debacle yesterday, he was like, I have to make the change. I can't continue with this guy.
Right, like I'm not going to get a fair shake in this thing if my defense, these losses are all on my record, right? They're going to be held against me,
right? And it should be held against him. I mean, if you're the commander of the ship, you should be allowed to move on from a defensive coordinator. It looks like he's an unmitigated disaster.
Right. If I'm going down, though, I'm going down with whoever. It's not going to be Shane Bowen. I can tell you that right now.
I totally agree with you. He must have his guy on that defense.
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, the Giants right now are giving up on average 157 yards a game rushing. I think you probably guess where that ranks.
Oh, last.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, they stink. The defense stinks.
More concerning is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills giving up almost $150. That's not great.
Well, the Bills have their own issues.
It's not good.
But you know what? The thing that's so amazing is, I just had a buddy text me. He goes, "They're gonna win. They're gonna win 2 or 3 games here down the stretch. This team should have been like an 8 or 9 win team. I mean, this is not crazy. They're 2-10. Rick, they should have won yesterday. They should have won against the Bears. They should have won against the Broncos. They certainly could have won against the Saints. They could have won against the Cowboys. Like, there's a lot of games that they left on the table here. A lot of wins.
But that's why your head coach is fired, and that's why Joe Schoen still has his job. So if you're asking why does Joe Schoen still have his job for what you just said, is because I think the people upstairs feel like this could have been an 8-win team, which is a huge improvement for what they were last year.
Yeah, but the record-wise, they're still 2-10.
Well, but that's why the coach is fired, and the GM still has a job. So, hey, we had talent. Coach didn't coach him up right. Defensive coordinator stinks.
Stinks. And this was handpicked by the head coach, the prior head coach.
All right, so we'll see. Listen, we'll see what happens now moving forward. I mean, I don't know who the name is going to be. Maybe Jordan can tell us when he comes on, hopefully, and then things change. Defense is better late in games. They make better decisions. I don't know why Dexter's not on the field in overtime, but he's probably nicked up and dealing with something. He sounds like he's not. He said he's not hurt. He's just nicked up. Well, I mean, if you're nicked up and I only played you 50% of the snaps as opposed to 70, I could kind of use you to start overtime, maybe. I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, would have been nice to have him on the field. Of course. It'd always be nice to have him on the field.
Where does that run go?
Who knows? You don't know, and that would have been nice.
Well, I can tell you where it went. It went straight up through the middle.
Oh yeah, and they took it 70 yards to the house. Of course. Touchdown. Let's bring him on. I mean, it's a man. He works tirelessly this time of year. Firings, hirings, you name it. He's our dear buddy, the great Jordan Raanan. Good morning, Jordan. How are you?
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Well, you tell us. Did you think when the Giants blew another double-digit game yesterday that they were going to make this change today?
I thought it was definitely a possibility. I mean, you can't just keep blowing games like that. You know, 5 double-digit leads, they kind of reached their boiling point on that, I think, and then that's why we're sitting here and we're seeing this change. I thought maybe they would wait until after the Monday night game. They've abided, but I don't even think they thought they could make it that far at this point.
Whose call was this? I know you had mentioned before, and I asked you why Brian Daboll would keep him. You said, Brian Daboll for future jobs maybe doesn't want to be the guy that's rifling through coaches. But this was, hey, this is a job interview for Mike Kafka, and if you don't feel like Shane Bowen's the guy, then get rid of him.
Yeah, ultimately they gave him the decision. He really didn't want to. I know there were people in the organization that wanted to beforehand, and so he kind of held off on it for a few weeks. But I think he realized after yesterday that this was necessary and needed to happen.
All right.
Now, by the way, Charlie Bullen, the outside linebackers coach, is likely to take over, or some combination of him and Marquand Manuel, who's the defensive backs coach.
All right, so that was the question. So one of those two guys, or a conglomeration of those two guys running things, will be the answer for defensive coordinator now.
Yes, exactly. I think they're working through that as we speak, but that's kind of the plan as we sit here right now.
Jordan, what were your thoughts yesterday's game, deciding to go for it as opposed to kicking the field goal?
And don't tell us what the analytics say. What did Jordan Raanan think at that moment?
I don't understand how any sane human being can be sitting here saying you should kick the field goal there. Are either you two in that category?
I am.
Dave is.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Have you watched them play this year? Like, you want them to kick a field goal? Like, if they kick a field goal, first of all, there's plenty of time left, just 2+ minutes left. Regardless,
what kind of play calling is this, Jordan?
Why not run on
2-yard
second
line?
down
Now you're
then?
back at the 7-yard line.
What's that? Well, you want them to run the ball 3 times in a row? What would you be saying if the Giants ran the ball 3 times in a row, up 3 with 5 minutes left?
Well, they were at the 2-yard line, though. I mean, they call a play, but they call a play that loses 4 yards.
At the 2, Jordan.
Well, I know they end up. Actually, I don't know if you realize, but they end up losing 4 yards.
Yeah,
that's what I just said. If you're listening to me and you weren't focused on when you're doing your big Sports Center hit, you would have heard what I said. Like, how you're losing 4 yards on a run to the side, Jordan.
Look, we can sit here and criticize the play call. I don't understand how you would want them to kick a field goal there, though. I really don't.
Well, the Lions were barely able to get it into field goal range anyway.
Yeah, but then they scored on the first play of over. Like, if they needed a touchdown, you don't think the Lions would have scored a touchdown?
No.
We don't know, though.
I don't know.
Really? Like, what from what you've seen from the Giants this year makes you think that they were going to get a stop?
Jordan,
I'll tell you what I think. This is what I think there's a better chance they get a stop up 6 than they succeed on a 4th and goal from the 6-yard line.
It's not like their offense wasn't good yesterday. They were 500+ yards. I don't know. Like, I don't know. They're 2-9. You want them to kick a field goal?
Well, just go for everything then. Why ever punt? Get rid of the punter anyway. All he cares about is his hair. That's all he cares about, that punter. Get rid of him. Just go 4th down. I mean, the Jets do it, their own 30. The Cardinals do it, their own 20. Just don't have a punter and go for it every single time you approach a 4th down. Why not?
Because that was an opportunity to win the game. Win the game. You want them to, let's kick a field goal so we can maybe stop them, which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, the Giants are not great at late in games.
So, Jordan, let me ask you a question before Dave has a heart attack here. The Malik Neighbors of it all. Like, I mean, what's going on inside that building where he feels like comfortable enough to tweet that?
The ironic part is Malik Neighbors isn't even in the building. He's not even back yet from his ACL surgery. Rehabbing his ACL surgery away from the building. I don't believe. But anyway, yeah. I mean, look, Malik Neighbors, he's done this a couple times now. And the funny part was, if you go down his timeline, there's a tweet about how, the Giants be telling me to take down my tweets, at times. And yeah, that's because you tweet and you criticize the coach, the interim head coach. Like that. That's exactly why. Look, this is kind of what you get with Malik Neighbors. He's not going to be shy about speaking his mind and speaking his truth. And sometimes I guess you don't want him to do that, but maybe in this case, probably not the best idea for him at this point. But yeah, it just shows you where this organization is right now.
Yeah, he agrees with Dave.
All over the place.
His tweet agrees with Dave.
He would have kicked the field goal. He gets it.
I know. I mean, you Dave and the rest of the world want the Giants to run the ball 3 times and milk the clock and worry about timeouts with 5 minutes left.
Now, God forbid you run a straight ahead running play. Let's run out wide. Let's do that.
I mean, you could. I could understand. I could sit here and stomach. You telling me you don't like the exact play call, but people saying they need to run the ball 3 times, make them use their timeouts. Like, what are we talking about? There was almost 5 minutes left.
Jordan,
you're not worried about wasting the Lions' timeouts with 5 minutes left. The priority is scoring a touchdown.
How in the world was Jameis Winston not the backup quarterback? Explain that to me, please.
Well, because the Giants signed Russell Wilson, right? And they made.
Oh God.
That's exactly why they came up with this brilliant plan to sign both guys, and that they handed Russell Wilson the starting job day one. He came in and said, Russell's our starter when they signed him at his introductory press conference, because that's the evaluation they made of Russell Wilson when they watched tape of him, and then when they watched tape of Jameis Winston. They said, Russell Wilson's going to be our starter. We think he has something left in the tank. Clearly not the right evaluation in that regard, but that's why. And there wasn't a competition at any point. There was never a doubt. There was never Russell Wilson took all the first team. It was over the second they signed. That was it. That decision was made. That's why.
Wow, good decision. Jordan, I know you're after the game. Why did Dexter Lawrence? Why was he not on the field to start overtime?
Dexter Lawrence was dealing with an injury. They didn't want to exactly say what it was. I don't know why they wouldn't just say what it was. But he only played 33 snaps in the game, which is a little it's like 51%. Dexter Lawrence is usually at like 70-something %. So they were trying to use him on certain downs, get him pass rushes. So so he was playing mostly second and third downs throughout most of the last 3 quarters. That's why Dexter Lawrence was not on the field for first. And by the way, you should be able to not give up a 69-yard touchdown just because he's not on the field. Like, I get it, he helps you, but it shouldn't result in giving up a
right. But you need all the help. But even when he's on the field, you can't stop the run. I mean, Gibbs was going for 15 yards a carry yesterday.
Yeah, but you know that why is that? If you go look at all his big long touchdown runs, guess who wasn't on the field? Because he was dealing with this injury. Dexter Lawrence. He wasn't on the field for any of those 3 long runs. 49 yards, 69 yards. I forget what the other one was off the top of my head. But he wasn't on the field for any of them.
This conversation is just nauseating, you know that? 49 yards, 69 yards, fire the defensive coordinator, head coach is out. You're yelling about field goals. This is awful.
Well, hold on, quickly. Are you going to let him go here? You got to ask about Jackson Dart.
He's got to go.
No, quick. Jackson Dart. I mean, is this just was just a precaution, be smart, and he'll play against the Patriots, you think?
Yeah, that's my interpretation. I heard he actually was feeling pretty good, and if you think about it, he was out there practicing running around on Friday. You think if he's out there running around on Friday, he's still suffering symptoms or went back in the protocol? The answer to that is obviously no. So I think there is a very good chance. Now maybe they decide to play it extra careful, and there's a bye week after, but I think there's a really good chance. And I know Jackson Dart wants to get on the field that he plays on Monday night against the New England Patriots. But I mean, Jameis was great in that game for the most part.
Awesome.
Missed a couple throws late, but I mean, he had some great. That play where they threw back to him was just awesome.
You think that linebacker ever lives it down? That he got shaken off by Jameis Winston and then he takes it into the
that's going to be a tough film meeting for that guy.
Yeah,
Derek Barnes. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for him.
All right, why do you have to rush off the phone? What do you have, like SportsCenter or something?
No, I'm pulling up to the airport.
Oh, well, look,
I got to go through security, and I got to go through security.
What do you think he was yesterday?
I didn't know that he was still in Detroit. How would I know?
They don't let him jump on the charter. He's got to stay there, fly commercial.
Yeah,
all right, well, go.
We always come home the next morning.
Well, go. Have a safe flight. We'll talk to you. Thanks, Jordan.
All right, have a good show, guys.
All right, there you go. That's Jordan Raanan.
That's nice.
Feisty.
His fault because you yell at him every time. That's why he's feisty.
He frustrates me.
You start screaming at him.
Well, because he's just so obstinate with this. Clearly the right move. You go for it there.
He said that you were not a sane individual.
You almost blew up the microphone. Is what
he said. You're not a sane.
You said my mic wasn't working great before, so now I'll scream.
Well, it's working great now.
Okay, good.
He said you're not a sane individual. He said no person of a right mind would think they should kick a field goal.
That's fine. You know what? I don't want to be right mind. Everyone's right mind. How about be a little off center every once in a while? That's what I want to be. I'll be crazy.
See, you like to pretend that you don't care, but you care.
He cares. Every time Jordan comes on, he loses.
He frustrates me with some of the stuff he says. What do you want me to just sit back and okay, thanks, Jordan. It's wonderful talking to you. Bye-bye. No, I have to give my opinion, my emotion.
Why does your voice change?
Well, that's what you want. That's you. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're in Detroit. Great. Have a safe Uber ride, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a lovely holiday. Enjoy all the turkey and the giblets and all that. No, I have to emote.
This is fantastic.
in the giblets.
Yeah.
RJ?
What I worry about is there's just going to be a time where I'm like, Jordan, big news, we need you, and he's just going to say, no.
I don't want to deal with that.
I'm good.
I don't want to deal with that animal. Guy's an animal. All he does is scream and yell at me.
I mean, you have like an Iron Man streak. I think you've been mean to him like, I don't know, 6,
it was
7.
like 2 or 3 times in a row that I was very kind to him.
No, you're pretty mean to him lately.
You're taking out your anger at the Giants on Jordan.
Yes.
Maybe. Well, he kind of represents the Giants. Right? I mean, he covers them.
Here's the thing
them.
I've noticed. Like, when you're a coach, manager, GM, you need to put your guys in the best positions to succeed. Mm-hmm. You coming out of breaks is not a very good situation.
No, there's that.
Jalen Carter's back. Quinyon Mitchell's back.
Neither of those guys played the first time these two teams played, by the way.
That's why I said they're back, Dave.
Well, that was him being mean to me. Admit you were wrong.
No, I think I was pretty self-explanatory. I think everybody knew what I was saying.
I don't think so.
I got to take Jordan's side here.
Of course you do. That's fine. We're done. Thanks, Jordan. Bye.
There's a pattern here, and he's starting to give a little bit back to you. And I don't know.
Thanks,
Jordan.
I don't know.
He could tell RJ no.
Maybe he will. You know what? Fine. Say no.
He could tell RJ.
Other people cover the Giants.
Do we want other people? They do a good job, but this is our guy.
I love Jordan. I'm not saying I don't want him. You're saying he doesn't want to join the show.
Listen,
well, you know what?
And
We'll
you're
get
not
other
the
people.
brightest guy, so just plead ignorance. I'm sorry. I got confused. I screwed things up. I'm sorry, John.
It's you talking to Jordan.
It feels like you want to break up with Jordan.
Jordan showed up for the wrong show one day.
But he was great doing it.
He showed up for the wrong show.
And then he did the show, though, right? Didn't he do
And
the
then
show?
He did the wrong show.
Yeah, right.
It was a power move. I
love it. He wanted to start his weekend earlier.
There's no dummy.
RJ.
Yeah.
Are people missing stuff?
RJ, is there a chance that if Dave and I show up for like a later show, then we'll be fine just doing the other show?
Probably not.
I don't think it applies to you guys, but who knows? Who knows?
Like if we want to sleep in. Like, oh, oops, we thought we were doing the 10 o'clock show today.
That's right. We'll do Bart and Carlin today.
I'd say try it and see what happens, but I know you'll actually try it, and I don't want that. So
then let's see what happens.
Right, but you and RJ could host your first show. Think about the possibilities here. You guys host your first show. It's awesome. And now we don't have to worry about the summers anymore.
I think it's really funny that you think that they would allow that.
Well,
they
what choice would they have? If the two of us are going on a strike and we're going to show up to do the 10 to 1 show, and you guys are there, what choice would they have? You'd have to do the show.
Think that ends well for us.
Why? You'd be forced into action.
Listen, RJ and I could do the show the one time, but then you'll never see us again.
Or maybe it ends so well that you guys are now the permanent fill-ins.
Okay, either way, you're going to have new producers. Like, we're gone.
No, I don't think so.
We would get in trouble on you guys. You guys would get fired for
why would you
the
get in
show.
trouble? For saving the day?
Yeah, you guys would be heroes.
Right. They'd erect statues of you guys.
Yeah. There could be a whiteboard Wednesday with your names on it.
That's right. More heroic.
Yeah.
They list all sorts of heroes.
Who will you remember more fondly for working here, RJ or Ray? Because they're both gone.
RJ, you know what? Before you go, can you do one last stuff you missed at least?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Score! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Well, you may have missed it. You wouldn't know by all the yelling back and forth about non-Shane Bowen related things. But Shane Bowen he's done. He is out as Giants defensive coordinator. If you missed it, Jordan had some names to keep an eye on who that could be. Check out the podcast when you're done listening to the show. Jordan was great, despite what Dave says. He's not the only coordinator out. Chip Kelly fired after his first and only season as Raiders offensive coordinator. Some NFL injuries to tell you about. T. Higgins is in concussion protocol. Saints running back Alvin Kamara left with a knee injury. We'll monitor that. The Steelers are hopeful that Aaron Rodgers, who did not play yesterday in a loss with that fracture in his wrist and his offhand, will play against the Bills next week.
His fingers worked.
That's right. He showed the cameras. Jonah Williams, Cards offensive lineman. He underwent season-ending surgery for a shoulder injury. And Sam Laporte, a Lions tight end, he needed back surgery, a little more serious than they originally thought. Sounds like he is unlikely to return this season, or at the very least, the regular season.
Well, that's a big loss for them.
Huge loss. He's
sure
terrific.
The Rams, they signed linebacker Nate Landman, who's been really good for them, to a contract extension. And a credit to Dak Prescott, he is now the all-time leader in passing yardage for the Dallas Cowboys. And a comeback effort yesterday. College football.
He absolutely dominates the NFC East at home, too, by the way.
Yep, he certainly does.
Went to 19 straight home divisional wins. Impressive.
I think he's like, what? Is he like 22-2 or something like that that I see?
That's the number, 22-2.
Tempted fate yesterday, but still made it work. College football, Oregon beats up on USC. The Ducks are back in the top 5 of the AP poll. Everything else pretty much intact. College coaching news. Sounds like a decision on Lane Kiffin's future with Ole Miss is coming after the Egg Bowl, which is this Friday. So we inch closer to a decision.
He's going to go to LSU.
It feels like every morning we come to the studio, Dave's having his own Egg Bowl.
He certainly does.
Well, I love the hard-boiled egg.
I've never seen anyone.
No one
there is
loves
not
it
a
like
person. There is, as fast as Joey Chestnut eats, which is incredible. I don't think there's anyone that peels an egg faster than you peel it.
Well, he doesn't leave himself a lot of time.
Oh, no, he does it in less than... I look over, the bag's open, and then 2 minutes maybe, gone. Egg's gone. It's amazing.
Yeah. Florida State, they're going to bring back Coach Mike Norvell for a 7th season next year. A little surprising there. And Cal has fired their head coach, Justin Wilcox. Yankees, we told you about the Mets trading Brandon Nimmo for Marcus Semien. The Yankees did not tender Scott F. Ross, Mark Leiter Jr., and Ian Hamilton. What's that mean? They're all free agents now. NBA news, Chris Paul going to retire after the season. James Harden for the Clippers dropped 55. That's a new franchise record and a win over the Hornets. Yesterday, Scotty Barnes scored 17. Raptors win for the 11th time. Raptors are actually sneaky good. They beat the Nets by 10. R.J. Barrett scored 16, left that game with a sprained right knee. Other NBA injuries, we told you in the third hour. Check out the podcast for that as well. I'm giving you a lot to do. Check out the podcast. By the way, if you're ever perusing the podcast, say something nice. You can leave reviews. You can also subscribe on YouTube. Hope people are keeping track of all these things to do. It's like homework. Landry Shamet has his injury to deal with. Kevin Durant going to miss a couple of games for the Rockets. He's dealing with a family issue. Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets pulled a hamstring. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. And sounds like Tyler Hero going to make his season debut for the Heat tonight against the Mavericks. Dave, you told us, I believe, on Friday that Darren Peterson of Kansas, who could be the top pick of the NBA draft this coming summer, he was out for the weekend. He is also out for the Players Era Festival. So you won't see him out in Vegas. You will see St. John's. They play this
Iowa
afternoon.
State.
Yeah.
Yep. 4:30, Iowa State.
You can hear that on the stream on the ESPN New York app. Dallas Wings win the WNBA draft lottery for the second straight year. The Liberty hire
new coach.
Warriors head assistant coach Chris DeMarco as their new head coach. Kyle Palmieri, he broke the scoring drought, scored in the 4th round of the shootout, gives the Islanders a 1-0 win against the Seattle Kraken. Mikko Rantanen's had himself a week. So he did not get in trouble for the Alexander Romanov hit.
Which is amazing because now he's going to miss 5 to 6 months.
Yep, 5 to 6 months. So he did get an automatic 1-game suspension that gets triggered because he was ejected from his second game in a 3-game span. This one for boarding on Matt Coronado against the Flames.
Yeah,
so,
face right against the...
Yeah, not great.
Right against the boards.
And Winnipeg Jets goalie Connor Hellebuyck going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. And that's it.
And the Sabres had a big win yesterday.
They really did.
Yeah.
Sabres back to hockey 500. Good for them.
There you go. All right. So nice job, RJ. We'll take a break, continue to unpack this Shane Bowen firing news for the Giants. 1-800-919-3776. It is DNR with you right here on a Monday. Always a lot going on the Monday on ESPN New York. Well, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Monday and bring in our dear friend, the great Debbie Duhame.
DNR, good morning. Big news, Jazz hands. We've got an accident on the Cross Bronx to deal with. Cross Bronx westbound bumper-to-bumper traffic at White Plains Road. Accident blocking 1 lane. Delays on the eastbound Gowanus at Fort Hamilton Parkway with a collision. Then Wick southbound slowing down at Hillside Ave with construction inbound GWV 30. Lincoln looks okay. Holland still waiting 40 minutes getting into town. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADebZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom designs that let everyone know who you're rooting for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing stacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
All right, bye to Shane Bowen. If you're just getting going on this Monday morning, a couple weeks ago it was Brian Daboll. This morning it is Shane Bowen. He is now out as defensive coordinator of the New York Giants. It felt like this is a long time coming, watching this defense all season.
Yeah, I think you're just asking yourself the question, like, why is he still here?
Like, right, every week.
Wow. I mean, even when Brian Daboll was the coach. I mean, we asked Jordan a couple different times, like, what's happening here? I mean, the two questions really were, why is Russell Wilson the backup, and why is Shane Bowen still the defensive coordinator? And now Kafka comes in, and, you know, now Russ is the backup, Winston's starting, and Shane Bowen, see you later.
Right.
I don't think they had a choice, man. I mean, again, it's like, for Giants ownership, like, they're not just going to be happy with the team being competitive. That's not what they're looking for. They want their team to...
this team should not be 2-10. They should not.
Find a way to close these games out. Find a way to win. Like, you're putting yourself in position. I mean, you've heard the stat plenty of times, right? I mean, you've had, double-digit leads, and you've lost 5 of them. I mean, you're 2-5 in those games. Like, it's not, and it's the defense. The defense hasn't been able to close out games. And it was another opportunity yesterday, another fail. So guess what? Oh, Shane Bowen's out.
It's about time. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you hear that news, you're like, they did it now? Why, they should have done this weeks ago when the Giants were collapsing here and there and left and right in every game that they were playing.
No one would have batted an eye if they did it after the Denver game.
No, but for some reason, you wouldn't let Daboll do it. So Daboll's your head coach. He's not allowed to make this firing, but now Kafka, to be able to see what he's really fully capable of doing, he's allowed to make this firing.
Right, but again, we don't know that for sure. Like, we don't know if he is or was allowed to make the decision, he just chose not to. Because I think when we asked Jordan, he was like, no, I don't think that Brian Daboll wants to get that reputation. So he decided to go down with the ship and not fire Shane Bowen. But if I'm Mike Kafka, like, this is your resume, right?
This is it. This is my
thing. Yeah, like, I got the quarterback. I'd love to have this job, but I don't want to uproot my family. If I can get the starting job here as the head coach, like, this is what I want. So I'm not going to let this guy, I'm going to let this guy take me down. No chance.
No. And now he's out, and he should be out. He did a terrible job with this defense.
Yeah. As bad as you might think that Brian Daboll was, Shane Bowen was worse.
Oh, Brian, listen, I don't think as a head coach Brian Daboll did a good job. But for the record, Brian Daboll led this Giants offense and led the charge with Jackson Dart. So he's not all bad. As bad as Brian Daboll was as the head coach, you're going to look back, hopefully, in 2, 3, 4 years from now and be like, man, he was bad, but he left us a gift in Jackson Dart, who's now turned into a big-time NFL quarterback. Shane Bowen, I mean, he had a lot of pieces on that defense, and they did nothing all season long.
Right, like, just to put this in perspective here as to how bad this is we all, like, before the deals were made for Quentin Williams and a couple of the other moves that Dallas made, we all recognized that Dallas was probably, them and the Bengals, two worst defenses in football. They were brutal, right? Agreed? Like, if you wanted to get your offense right, play against Dallas's defense.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, you saw Russell Wilson against that defense. It was really bad. The Giants give up more yards per game than Dallas's defense does. The Giants are giving up they're giving up 385 yards a game.
Rick, no team in the Super Bowl era has allowed this many yards per carry. You're ripping off 5.5 yards a run. And that's before yesterday's numbers. And yesterday, I think they averaged, it's like a 12 yards a run yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was just below 12, yeah.
Right, like 11.9 yards per rush. Like when Oklahoma would take on Ball State back in the day of Barry Switzer, and they ran the wishbone, that's what it would be. Not NFL caliber stuff.
What do you mean? Better than a first down a carry is not good?
That's on average, they run the ball and they pick up a first down.
That's right.
On 1st and 10. On average.
On average, better than that.
Unbelievable. And they finally decide to get rid of this guy. They're 2-10. That's the thing that's so disappointing is they shouldn't be 2-10. They shouldn't be.
Right, but I mean, listen, I'll try to be optimistic here for you for a second because I feel like you're down now. You yelled at Jordan and things aren't going well. I feel like it's spiraling for you a little bit right now. Is that maybe, like it is in the long run, in your best interest that the season did turn out like this? Because now Brian Daboll is gone. You got the quarterback, right? It's a fresh start with the coaching staff. You'll have a higher draft pick to address some of your needs. I mean, what happens if what's the good if you win six games? Really?
But here's the thing. I don't think they should be a 6-win team. The way they've played this season.
Right, but even if they won 8.
Well, I don't even know. I mean, Rick, they probably left 4 games on the table now.
Do you think Brian Daboll is a good coach or not?
No.
Okay. Did you want Brian Daboll back?
No.
Right. So if they didn't blow these games and they won 8 games back,
that's true.
8 games. Guess who's coming back?
You're right. I think there could be a silver lining. Now, that has to be the right coach. If you hire another guy who's not good, then this is all for naught. But if you hire that head coach, and whether it's Shula or, it doesn't matter who it's going to be, you hired this coach, he's good, that's a tremendous win. Because the talent is going to be there, and there's only going to be a more talented team next season than it was this season.
Right. So, if you were a person that thought that just like in totality, as a CEO of a franchise, that Brian Daboll wasn't very good, all winning those games was going to do was delay the inevitable. That eventually ownership would recognize that, and how many more years did you want to waste with Brian Daboll?
No, you're right. You're right. But that's the macro. The micro is I'm losing games every week that I should be winning. And that's a terrible world to live in.
Understood. But I think that, because the coaching hasn't been good, especially on the defensive side of the ball, I think at the very least you can say, hey, maybe with the right coach, we do have enough talent.
I think that's fair.
So, like, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully it's not. It just wasn't both, where it was coach and talent's not good enough.
Let's go to Dan in Jersey. Good morning, Dan. I know you want to get into the Giants. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Rick. How are you guys this morning?
We're getting along. What do you got?
Also, special good morning to Raymond. It's a big win for the Cowboys yesterday.
Stop it.
It was nice
Yeah,
watching
would you
the
please?
Eagles
Special
lose.
good morning.
Stop it. You shut your mouth.
I mean, really? Who are you, Dan? Who are you?
You're a
really?
Giants fan. You
hate
animal.
the Cowboys. A special good morning to Raymond.
Special good morning.
But I hate the Eagles more than I hate the Cowboys, and it was nice seeing the Eagles blow that lead yesterday, even if it is the Cowboys.
Right, but the Eagles are already going to be in the playoffs. Why do you want to give Dallas more life?
Well, no, actually, I was rooting for
That's
Dallas
true.
too, just because I don't want the Eagles to have the 1 seed, and that took them out of that yesterday.
So with the Giants, Shane Bowen might have been the worst Giants defensive coordinator in the history. I mean, this team should not be 2-10. They should probably be 7-5. If they win those 5 games that he blew, and it's because of his defense and his lax defense that he blew, they're 7-5, and they're sitting here with a fighting chance at the playoffs with a really good offense, and you feel pretty good about the team. They had one of the worst rushing defenses I ever saw. They made Jahmyr Gibbs look like prime Barry Sanders, and Jahmyr Gibbs is good, but he's not Barry Sanders good. It's just insane. I don't think I've ever seen a defensive coordinator as bad as Shane Bowen in my 22 years of life as the New York Giants. I thought Perry Fewell was pretty bad. James Bettcher was pretty bad, but neither of them are as bad as Shane Bowen.
He was brutal. I mean, and thanks to the call, Dan. There's no two ways about it. Shane Bowen did an awful job.
Right.
I
don't know if
it took till now to get rid of him.
Like, do we want to say they would have won all 5? Like, they should have won all 5 games? Like, do we want to do that?
I mean, you should have won the Cowboys.
Okay, there's one.
They should have.
All right, there's one.
They should have won the Broncos. You
2.
can't argue with that.
Yeah.
They should have won the Bears.
3.
They should have won yesterday.
Okay, so there's 4. So now that's what? We'll call it 6 wins.
Now you're 6-6. Okay,
Right,
but you're 6-6. And now you're playing the Patriots, which you'd say is probably going to be a loss. But who knows? The Giants compete in all these games. And then it's
their offensive
Washington,
line's banged
Minnesota,
up.
the Raiders. Those are all winnable games.
Right, so you're looking at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, again, okay. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think at the end, like when it's all said and done, if you were a person that didn't believe that Brian Daboll was a good coach, you winning 8 or 9 games and not making the playoffs was only going to bring him back and probably get him an extension.
Correct. You're right. Again, big picture, this is probably the best thing. In every day, having to discuss it, it's god awful.
Awful.
All right, let's break.
Come
back.
Whoa. No, we're not breaking.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
I got something to tell you, and you're going to get excited about it.
Whoa. Tell me.
I actually want you. Would you like to start the read for me? Because you can sing if you want.
You know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to give you a melody.
Oh, see, you knew what I was talking about. The Hess truck's back, and it's better than ever. It is, and this time there's 2 racers, and it all makes for one amazing holiday gift. The 2025 Star Car racers are loaded with action-packed features. You got 67 animated lights, 5 realistic sounds, and a pullback motor. They're available exclusively at HessToyTruck.com for only $49.99, and that comes with free standard shipping, and guess what? Batteries are included. So don't wait. Get your 2025 Hess truck now and make the holidays more memorable than ever.
That's well done.
That's teamwork.
Is there anything worse than a child getting a gift for the holidays and they want to play with it right away and you just don't have the batteries?
There's nothing worse than that. I will say that's only thing worse than that is they want to play with it right away and you have to put it together.
Well, I don't do that.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's not even an option.
Yeah.
All right, let's break. We'll come back. We'll get to your calls, and we'll hand it over to Bart and Carlin, who are going to have their own analysis of the New York Football Giants. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build. Add your pick and then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone's got a 50% profit boost token to use on their build. So, over-unders, anytime TDs, spread, whatever it is you want to include, They're all right there in your Pass the Leg parlay. Grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, physically present in New York, option required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on a Monday, and we get the news. Usually this kind of news breaks at around 10:04, where something happens in the NFL for us to discuss.
Big news, jazz hands!
And then we're the last ones to be able to discuss it the next morning at 6 o'clock, where everyone else gets their pick at the carcass. But now we actually got to discuss it quickly.
Right, here's the beauty of this, too, is that we don't have to worry about Carlin asking, like, what's hitting today? Like, what's working?
I like that, though.
I know you like it. I know you
I
also
feel
like
a real
to say-
connection when Chris walks in. He's like, what's working today for you guys?
Right, and he asks it seriously, and then you're like, hey, where's your partner?
Where's Bart?
Where's Bart?
Well, because I never know where Bart is.
He's usually eating. I mean, if you have a question, he's probably eating a full meal somewhere.
That's right. Bart has an insatiable appetite. He must do real damage on Thanksgiving.
He feeds the machine.
Yeah,
not missing meals.
He really does.
He's also if you notice, he's 240 pounds.
Yeah, he looks terrific.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
But he looks wonderful.
Well, he's 240 pounds of muscle. Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, he looks wonderful. Let's go out to the West Coast, bring in Dave in San Diego. Dave, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning. Ding dong, the witch is dead, the bad man is gone. Dave, Rick, curious to get your thoughts on where this goes. I'm curious to know, and I don't think we ever will know the full story, if this was Daboll, we're not letting you fire Shane Bowen, or Joe Shane concerned about the optics because he's all scared about what people think about him, how much Mara had to say in this. I'm just curious where this all goes with coaching search and if we get more decisions like this moving forward. Thanks, guys.
Well, I don't know what more decisions you could get. I mean, the Baron is pretty much clear now, right? Kafka's going to finish out the season. Bowen's now gone. What else? What other dominoes could drop here?
Right. I mean, I guess his point was, who do you think's most responsible for this firing?
I think Kafka.
Right. I mean, is it Kafka? Is it also, I mean, Joe Schoen recognizing that, hey, it'd be nice for me to win some of these games just so I have some security here as we move forward? Like, I mean, that's a big game. They beat Detroit in Detroit. I mean, that's
a massive game.
That's a nice win for Joe Schoen.
I mean, A, it's a massive win for the Giants. B, it turns the NFC completely upside down.
Right. So
now Detroit, who's not even a playoff team right now they're really on the outside looking in.
Right. I guess if you're Joe Schoen, right, you also run the risk maybe if you do fire Shane Bowen and nothing changes, can we start blaming the players now more as opposed to having the fall guy in Shane Bowen? Like, players are fine, Shane Bowen just stinks. But I mean, it's not. It wouldn't be fair to Mike Kafka to tell him you have to keep Shane Bowen when this is his opportunity to prove that he can be a head coach. It's not fair to him.
Right. I agree with that. Look at what this team has done, though, this year. So they beat up the Chargers.
Yep.
They dismantled the Eagles.
Yep.
They walloped the Broncos until they didn't. They had the Lions on life support. They should have beat the Bears. They were just about there with the Cowboys. Like, they've really, against them, we know that the schedule was brutal. Even against that brutal schedule, they've really represented themselves almost well.
Right, but I think, again, when you ask me, why does Joe Schoen still have a job? That's why Joe Schoen still has a job. The thought is the talent's there. That's why we're so competitive, especially against these good teams. The only difference is that we don't have the coach. And the coach will be able to get us over that hump. I mean,
maybe he can.
You sit here and look at, I mean, they have the breakdown now since he's been fired of the Cowboys game. It was 37-34 with 14 seconds left. The Saints game, that was the turnover, so let's take that one out of the mix. I mean, Denver, you were up 26-8. Denver was second and goal with 5:19 left, and you somehow lost that game. I mean, Bears, you got a 20-10 lead, first and goal, I get it, but there's less than 4 minutes in that game. And then yesterday you had a 10-point lead with 10:40 with just under 11 minutes left.
Right,
and you lost
and you lost all of them.
All of them.
Bill in Jersey. Bill, you're next up on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to there's like something I really don't understand is why Jackson Dart really needs to play this year. Like, can't we just shut him down for the rest of the year? Does he really?
But Bill, if he's healthy to play, why would you not play him?
Two reasons. One, I think he's NFL ready already, right? And number two, aren't they going to get a new OC next year anyway? Like what does he need the experience for?
Yeah, we don't know that yet. I mean, Kafka could be back. We don't know that yet because he needs experience because he hasn't played enough games yet.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
listen,
yeah, I was just trying to understand.
Yeah, that's why, Bill, and thanks for the phone call. If you told me that he had any ounce of not being healthy, I would. If it means I have to rest him against New England, I would rest him the whole season if I had to. But if he's 100% healthy, ready to go, I don't know why you wouldn't play him.
Right. You're also talking about a kid who believes in this plus two thing that John Gruden laughed at. Like, he's a competitor. He wants to compete. He wants to prove to us he's not going to pull the shoot on his teammates if he's healthy and he can play.
He wants to play and he should play if he's healthy. Raymond, get ready. But firstly, it's game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's when it's Tully time. Good game in college basketball today. A lot of good games, but specifically this one. 4:30, St. John's plays Iowa State out in Vegas. Rangers home to the Blues, 7 o'clock. Same time, Devils welcome the Red Wings to the Rock, and 7:30, Knicks are in Brooklyn to take on the Nets. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Raymond, you ready?
Oh, of course.
Raymond?
You don't have to ask.
Have at it.
Today's 3 stars. Today's 3 stars.
So good we had to hit it
Play
twice.
it again.
So
Play
good
it
we had
again.
to hit it twice.
Yep.
So we started, and Rick, I want to thank you for your quick ears on this one.
I can't deal with anymore. I'm filled up to the brim.
Yeah, too many apps, too many things to worry about. Dave had so much on his plate today, and that's not even talking about what he's got to watch. It's just he's so angry with coaching decisions.
I'm a moron, and I don't really play the game appropriately. Oh, you think so? Well, watch this.
And they went and prove you wrong every single time. They can be one-upped.
Number 2.
Listen, I thought it was mostly a good job on the football frenzy today, but and listen, you may disagree with my methods here, but the rules are the rules.
Tony Westchester, Tony Frenzy.
Real quick before I say, Coach of the Year is Kyle Shanahan. It's not even close.
If you,
I gave him enough time.
You know what? I wasn't going to do that, Ray, but I'm pleased that you did.
Yeah, you can argue that I wasn't fast enough on the trigger, Dave, actually. Because you're talking about, maybe I was...
And the really crushed him.
That was where he lost me. That was 100% where he lost me.
Number 1.
Where Jordan Raanan may have lost you.
I don't understand how any sane human being can be sitting here saying you should kick the field goal there. Are either you two in that category?
I am.
Dave is.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Have you watched them play this year?
Only got worse from there.
I don't know if you realize they ended up losing 4 yards.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I just said. If you're listening to me and you weren't focused on when you're doing your big Sports Center hit, you would have heard what I said. Like how, you're losing 4 yards on a run to the side, Jordan.
I see what this is about.
Well, just go for everything then. Why ever punt? Get rid of the punter anyway. All he cares about is his hair. That's all he cares about, that punter.
That's all he cares about. And then when Jordan's gone, you mock him a little bit.
What do you want me to just sit back and go, okay, thanks, Jordan. It's wonderful talking to you. Bye-bye. No, I have to give my opinion, my emotion.
That voice is really something.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you're in Detroit. Great. Have a safe Uber ride, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a lovely holiday. Enjoy all the turkey and the giblets and all that. No, I have to emote.
Have a lovely Monday, guys. Thank you.
Wow, that was special. It's
Poor
Rule
Jordan.
76.
No excuses, like a champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg.
Go Panthers.
Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
See, that's lunacy.
Lunacy.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at